technically not muted. Just my one audio software had crashed on me. There we go. Okay. Now let's get some music going. Tell me how the volume is because it seems like it randomizes. Okay. And now we've got to actually play shuffled. Okay. Actually, what we're gonna do, I have 3 new albums on here, and instead of just waiting for them to show up, I think what we're gonna do is, can we just select those 3? Right now. Wait. Okay. There we go. There we go. The music volume is equal to about 0. Is it just doing the thing again where the audio's not... Like, are you not hearing music at... Oh, there we go. Because it was muted. Desktop was muted. Welcome to Pro Stream. I don't know, everything Bork. But in the land of everything Bork, let's move the chair up. We're gonna build some things. I've spent too much time setting things up. Okay, so I think we're gonna start with this one. I forgot to refill this, so we need to do stickers, which we will. I'm gonna have to redo that in a minute. Okay. Hi, Shockface, hi, Breach. Okay. Let me know if that's better. Wait, is that the right? Why is it not? Yeah, okay. So, we still have the fundraiser going. This album is quieter though, so we'll see if it gets to another one that's less quiet, if that changes. We're still doing the fundraiser. It goes through the 20th, let's say. So, we still have the fundraiser link. In the incentives, I haven't updated the incentives. One of the incentives is for every time we hit a $100 mark, we do a blind build poly bag. Well, that was when I had somebody else here to help me with that. I need to set up at some point. I want to build an actual blind build setup. So what I'm probably gonna do is, if we hit those marks, I'm gonna save those blind builds for a later stream, and we'll do those all when I have an actual setup. I want to build a little tent that they usually use for blind builds, where there's little basically curtains, so I can't see what's going on. They're just fabric hanging, but then I have to have a camera set up where you guys can see it. So probably grab another webcam, because I don't want to mess around with this. I'll probably use my old webcam, just aim it at the hands under there. I'm doing all right. Today was actually a all right day. I just was running a bunch of errands and lost track of time and underestimated how much time they were gonna take me. Can't turn the build cam around. I can. I just don't want to mess with the setup. I would have to move that around. It's a more work than it's worth. So I'm just gonna throw a different camera on though. That part's easy. Because what I'd have to do is in the middle of the stream, I'd have to switch it around too. It would be just for part of the stream. If we were just doing a stream of that, wouldn't be an issue. I just don't want to have to move it around in the middle of stream. But the biggest issue is a setup of the little tent where I can't see what's going on. So we'll keep that in the future. I've got a bunch of poly bags, so if we hit any of those 100 marks, we'll keep those for the future. There's still the incentives to change my hat and stuff. Oh, and right now, Tyndale Publishing is going to match donations for the next. I think it's if we hit 10,000. Let me actually check what the. Yeah, I have my old webcam, which is actually, which should work fine for that. Let's see. Where is button? That's. Is it working? There we go. I wanted to see what the current status is on the fundraiser. So, oops. Oh, I don't want to turn that off. I just want to set it so that I'm only seeing chat. Okay, so what I need to do, click here. Pro streamer, figuring all the things out. Okay, so we might actually be past the matching. They're at 20,000 right now. And I believe it was, if we hit 10,000, but it was 10,000 from the point they said that at that point, and so I'd have to look up what it was. So we may still be in it, but for the next $10,000 they would match. If we hit 10,000, they would match it. I think I'm trying to remember. I've been following along sort of, but you know, I'm small toast brain. Let's see if I just in the Discord search for the word match. Okay. Oh, okay. So it looks like it's when we hit, if we hit 25,000. Yeah. So because they announced that when they announced it, it was at 15,079. So hey, Phantom, thank you. Yep. So it's $25,079. If we hit that, they will add another $10,000. And when I say we, I mean all the streamers working on this, not just this stream, because that wouldn't probably not happen. I mean, I wouldn't put, and it's not like it's impossible, just not very likely. But hey, Phantom. Oh, and hi Breach, hi Faith, hi Bart, hi Mom who left already. I just realized I didn't say hi like verbally to everyone. So, but yeah, we do have not incentives. We have some new redeems. They're not related to the fundraiser, but I got some of the Muppets blind bags. So if you guys want to redeem points, we can build one of those. On my way to bed, just doing a quick drive-by. Have a good night. Thanks, Phantom. Is there anything else from the fundraiser that you want to remind me of? Well, oh, another thing that I forgot about was the shirts. So they will be messaging people. So I believe it's everybody who gives $50 or more will be sent a shirt. If you didn't donate anonymously. If you donated anonymously, they don't have your info. But if somebody donated anonymously, they can let me know, because I think they were saying if we can get them the info and let them know. So if you change your mind on the on the anonymous. Wow, my voice just cracked. I'm old and my voice cracked. Yes, so I just removed the QR code because that is over. So Jade let me know that the sponsorship, because it only went for a certain period of time. So he doesn't get anything from it anymore. So Captain Jax, hey, nice Ninjago, do you have the current wave? I'm very mixed on the current one. Some of the sets are the smaller sets are a little weird, but some of the big sets are really cool. But I haven't built any of, that's not true. I built the little blue dragon. I got that one. But I haven't built any of the large ones. The big green dragon, I'm not remembering the actual names off the top of my head. Looks really cool. The training grounds looks really cool. I need to look more at the reviews of the like combining mech, but just the fact that there's a combining mech made me happy. So we I'm excited for this wave. I've only picked up a couple of the sets so far, and I'm trying to pick them all up before they go away. This is probably one of my favorites because I'm big on underwater Atlantis type stuff. So the underwater temple, I really want the water dragon and the sub are the three biggest sets of the wave, I think, and those are all what I really want. It yeah, I've been wearing it so hard. Actually, somebody was saying, I think that was Wiz that was saying that they were reading people complaining that they got the hat and they were like, my hat came all damaged. And it's like, yeah, it's that's the way it showed it in the pictures when you ordered it. What it really needed is a chin strap that's broken, like Benny's helmet. Yes, oh, I love it so much. I love that it's the classic, it's the blue, which wasn't, I don't think blue was even the first of the colors, but for some reason it's the most classic. And I don't know if they just did the most of them. D! Thanks for the resub. Stream Elements alerts look like they're still delayed. Speaking of which, I'm not sure how long ago you followed Captain Jax. You might have just done it, or it might have been a while ago. The Stream Elements alerts are really... There we go.
Jam.
Okay, they're not that delayed.
My jam.
They were super delayed a while. I don't think I really like any dragon or mech sets, but I've never built a dragon or mech. I got the training grounds. I really want the temple because they connect. Yeah, no, the temple one I think is the one I was thinking of. So when I started getting Ninjago, I was just getting the buildings, especially the ones that were just really cool, like Asian style architecture. And then I got sucked into everything, but now I'm big into the mechs, and I like the dragons they're doing now. The dragons years ago I wasn't a huge fan of, but a lot of the ones they're doing now are a lot better. The small dragons are not a fan of. That big green one, I mean, it's very. That is a very thick dragon. So I'm curious to see that one in person. But hi D, now that there was actually a notification, I gotta do this. And yes, Captain Jax, I think I said thank you for the follow, but I was also complaining about delayed notifications. So. Jump from that in. So this is what, oh, you know what? Update current. I have no. Oh, give me a second because ProStreamer hasn't restarted the bot. And if I don't restart the bot, that means all the drop game scores are. It doesn't reset that. At some point, I just need to add a command to let me reset that. It would be really easy, but I just haven't done it. Update current. I'm caught up through what's on Netflix. So it was the end of this season. I'm not sure what's the newest thing well, I'm caught up through what was on Netflix at the time. I haven't checked in a little bit now. But I don't think anything's come out since then, right? I'm not sure. But I'm caught up through this season. Do you watch it? And are they beyond that? Am I just way behind? I'm really bad at following that. I just will every once in a while check Netflix and be like, oh, there's been a couple seasons. I should watch that. So, but yeah, this is what well, I mean, you can see it right there too. You're at season 5. I started. I don't know if you saw the very first season, because if you watch on like Amazon Prime, they start numbering at the first season. If you watch on Netflix, they start at the second, but it's because the first was like the pilot season, and so sometimes they count and sometimes they don't. Very confusing. But I started watching on Netflix at one point, got a couple episodes in, wasn't really a fan, kind of stopped. I was partly confused too because they start just referencing stuff that was in that first season that like you should have seen it. Then I started again and I kept watching it. As I got more into the sets, I wanted to watch more. And man, the show gets like so much better as the seasons go on. And I really liked the show. It went from just kind of guilty pleasure to like I just really like it now. Ooh, Now these are complicated scuba apparati. It's start with a belt, and then this goes over the neck. That is really, really cool. I wonder if are they using those in any city sets? Because that doesn't look very, oh, it is very Ninjago specific. Now they see, this is a holder for a sword. He doesn't even get a sword. Okay. Looking through our extra parts. There we go. So, but they definitely designed this. Now, I'm a little concerned about having an oxygen tank with a sword that just pokes right through it. How long was the first season? I watched 2 episodes but couldn't find any more. The very first season was only... I think it depends where you watch it. I think it was 4 episodes, but like 4 half-hour episodes, but I think some places had it as like 2 one-hour episodes or something. It wasn't very long. If there wasn't something where it just made no sense, like that they just skipped way ahead, then you probably saw them. So long as you don't pull out the sword, you'll be fine. I'm just hoping that they actually have like, you didn't just jam it through the tank. There's actually like a space made for it. So Jay looks like his head is just the standard head they've been using for Jay for a while. Those 2 expressions. But the rest of him is very different. Obviously, there's this scuba ninja outfit. So he's got all these straps to hold on the scuba. And then the ninja mask. This is one of those things where it's ridiculous, but I love it. Like, scuba ninja? I am so here for this. This is amazing. Oh, yeah, I'm like, why is it just saying hi now, Faith? Is because I just restarted the bot. So long as you don't... Oh, yeah, read that. Ninjuba. Yeah, maybe the oxygen tank just comes with a sword-sized tunnel built in. We'll hope that they were... I mean... maybe all this gear was designed specifically for Ninja. They do have... Well, actually, I'm trying to decide. I'm trying to remember from the season. Like, are those just goggles connected over the top regular, or is it a very special Ninja setup? But this is a very cool piece. This is actually dual molded. You can see this is the clear plastic and the non-clear plastic. That's all one piece. It's not glued on. You don't see... Because if they glued it, you know, you'd see the little bits of glue through there. That's just very cool. I think one of the reasons I like all the weird variations is because, like, as you start getting more and more Ninjago sets, you just... It's like Batman sets. When I was first getting the Batman sets, for the longest time, every set came with Batman, and it was basically the same outfit. It's still similar now, but they've added some more variations. But so you'd just be like, well, I have 12 Batman in this exact same outfit. And with the Ninja, it's nice. I like that they change their outfits all the time, because you have different minifigs. And I realize the reason they change their outfits all the time is to get you to buy the new sets. Like, I'm not completely naive, but I like having variation. So, I kind of want to give him a sword, even though he doesn't come with one in this set, because I had to spare one there. So there's a good chance that he won't fit in his vehicle with it, and that's why they didn't have you put it on. But we'll cross that bridge, or dive under that bridge when we come to it. What you're saying is you want to give away some Batman figures? I should actually look at how many of the Batman figures I have. Some of those are really old, but they probably aren't worth a bunch because of how many they did the same ones. So there's a chance I might be able to part with some of those. The only problem with that is, like, I hate breaking up a set. Is that weird? like a literal set. But I'll have to see. I'll have to see what I got. All right. So we just built a weird arrow. So here's Jay. Right here. He's a very ninja. Jay is my favorite. So I'm not sure how many seasons it took me to figure that out, but Jay is my favorite. He's also on brand, but technically I could have favorited Kai and still been kind of on brand because Jay is the elemental master of lightning, so it's got the shock part, and Kai is fire, so you know it's toasty. Okay, we need... Oh, I'm looking for a piece that doesn't exist because I was trying to find this instead of the two separate pieces. How long was the first Oh, I read that already. Now if you don't see the first season, it's really not a big deal. Like, it's just my brain was like, obviously something came before this and I don't understand. And of course it does get referenced later on. Actually, I liked the Lego Ninjago movie. I found it really funny. I know not a lot of people didn't like it as much, but I thought it was kind of hilarious. But then I'd heard a lot of Ninjago fans weren't as big on it. And after watching the series, I kind of understand why, because it's so completely different from the series and many of the characters and story. But it took a little there, so there was a little bit of confusion at first. That like, are these characters not what? Oh, okay. So if you watch that movie and then you go into the series, just know that they're not connected at all. They're basically, it's like one is like reading the Marvel comics and the other is like watching MCU movies. They just change things completely sometimes. It's actually probably a better comparison is if you saw the Lego Batman movie and then you compare that to like, it was just a ridiculous version of Batman compared to the comics because they were doing a ridiculous campy nonsense thing on purpose. And that's kind of the way the Ninjago movie was too. It was just a little weirder with the Ninjago movie because like with Batman, it's a property everyone knows, and making like sort of a Batman parody movie makes more sense than Ninjago. Hey, Laser Flip. Oh no. Oh, I'm looking for... Thanks. Sometimes I think it would be much safer if I just left my mic muted. You know how 90% of the time my mic's muted at the beginning of stream? And then today, when I remembered to unmute it. Ooh, I landed. So I started to get back into Ninjago after kind of forgetting about it since 2015, and I went to join some Ninjago groups on Facebook. Realized it was only kids in the group and was afraid there were only fans that were kids. There's definitely a lot of older fans, but a lot of those I don't know how many groups there are for, like, I'm not in any Ninjago groups. I don't know. And there's I run into a lot more adult fans of the sets than the show. So I don't know how many of us there are, but I unabashedly love that show. A moment ago, the dorm elevators are not available due to maintenance, and I live on the 11th floor. Oh no! So are you taking the stairs, or are you just deciding to you don't need to go back to your dorm yet? Wait, were you trying to get to your dorm or leave it? Because and I'm assuming you probably have somewhere you have to go, so you can't just... You took the stairs. Oh. I mean... It's probably healthy-ish. Maybe a little hard on these. We're watching The Lone Ranger with Christopher Lloyd as the bad guy. 80s or 90s, campy but fun. Lone Ranger, Christopher Lloyd. Wait, that's not the one... When did they... That's not the one with Why did my brain just fail to It's not the one with him in it, is it? And by him, I mean the actor whose name I just blanked. It's not like he hasn't been in the news all over. Johnny Depp, thank you. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. If it's the Johnny Depp one, that was much more recent than that. That was because I remember that they did Lego sets for that, and that was I don't know, it was 2000s. I wanted to say I don't know when it was, but I left the room to buy lunch and got back here. Ugh. Now you have to have 2 lunches because you burned off all the calories from lunch taking the stairs. That was 2013. This is old. Okay. I never saw that one. I didn't hear a lot of great stuff about the 2013 one. So I was gonna say, I wanted to say it was after 2010, but I'm so bad with time that I didn't want to guess. I'm kind of sad I didn't get any of the Lego sets, only because there was some cool. They hadn't done Western stuff in quite a while, and there were kind of some cool sets in there. I think it's been a while since I looked at them. But it seems like I saw some later, and I'm like, some of those, it's kind of some cool stuffs. Same with like the what's it called? Prince of Persia, when they did the Prince of Persia movie sets. I never saw the movie, and I keep meaning to. I heard it wasn't super great, but some people have said it's kind of a fun one. I know it like is very different from the games, but since I haven't played much of the games, that wouldn't throw me as much. But the Lego sets were cool because that was the one time we got camels, and I kind of wish I'd gotten the camels, because those camels are expensive now if you just want to get a camel. Sometimes you just want a camel. And I think there were ostriches in one of the sets too. Like, they did some animals in there. They just haven't done anything else. Looked it up, and he was in a Lone Ranger movie in 1981. Wait, who was? Johnny Depp? It was really strange that 2010s is starting to get old. Yes. Oh, that Jiggy emote is awesome. I probably won't watch the new Pirates of the Caribbean, but if Lego releases some cool pirate ships, I'll probably get them. Yeah, that's the same. I didn't get any of the Pirates of the Caribbean sets, and later I was like, I should have. Pirates. Anymore. That's sometimes the only time we get some of those themes now. Though we have now gotten Barracuda Bay and then the 3-in-1 pirate ship, which I really liked. But besides that, the closest thing was probably Destiny's Bounty. The Ninjago movie version of Destiny's Bounty is awesome as a set. It's interesting because while the movie didn't tie into the TV series at all, they brought over some of the designs, which some people weren't a fan of. The character designs, but they brought over some of the vehicle. Well, some of the vehicle. Was it just? I think it might have just been Destiny's Bounty. The thing is that then the version in the show was actually kind of cooler, and I thought about trying to adapt the set to it, but the problem is, yeah, it would require some things that don't exist parts wise. Because in the movie it was just basically pirate ship, like, or not, yeah, it just no, or a sailing ship. It just had the sails. They stayed up. It flew through the air as the Destiny's Bounty in the show. It's a flying pirate ship, basically, that they found, and that's like ridiculous but awesome. But in the show version, it's a little bit spoilers. The when it goes into flying mode, the sail, there's actually two sails next to each other, and they fold down like this and become it. But unfortunately, that would require two versions of the sail with the designs on opposite sides. The new pyramid set was such a letdown. I was really wanting a minifig scale pyramid playset that was actually a full pyramid. Wait, with did I miss announcement of the pyramid set? What? We go pyramid. Oh, Pyramid of Giza. Okay. That. Here, let me. I'm gonna actually. Where's my wireless keyboard? So I'm not in this. Let's take a look at that really fast. Great Pyramid Lego. Oops. Still need to get the thing set up here. I haven't installed other browsers or anything. Oh, good. For some reason it's decided to default me to the Netherlands. So, yeah, it's a little sad that it's only one side of the pyramid. Oh, it's cool that it does. Does it lift off, or is this a separate piece you have to switch in? Is this construction? Oh, this is their ramp to take the golden, the top of the pyramid up. I have some mixed feelings about it. There's some things that are very cool about it, but yeah, the fact that it's not a full pyramid, I mean, that saved a lot of cost. I'm sure. That is cool that you get the side view like this. Hey, artsy Bible nerd. Those poor ostriches. Christopher Lloyd. Oh, okay. Oh yes, because my mom had said that it was Christopher Lloyd in it. Wow. I might have to check that out if that one's campy and fun. Wait, did I see part of that? I almost want to say I saw it on the TV, but yeah, it's interesting that it's got these spaces back here, like it connects to something. I wonder if did they basically design it so if you buy two of the set, they'll connect together? Now, obviously, like most of you wouldn't want the river on both sides of the pyramid like that. And all those. I'm just curious if they have like alternate build instructions for the other side. It would be expensive to get both. Definitely cool, but a minifigure pyramid playset would be so sick. I also never got any of the sets. Oh, I just realized I'm still down on the small. I forgot to do this. So you're seeing it tiny in the corner when I meant to put it up here. But I do love the fact that you can see the interior like that. But yeah. Oh, what I was starting to say is, did you? I don't know if you got any of the what was that? The series of sets they had Egyptian ones, but it was something adventures, or what was that? They did, was that early 2000s when they did those? I don't have any of those, but some of those were pretty cool looking. I never realized it looks like a man falling on his back. Wait, what looks like a man falling on his back? Oh, our room electricity just went out. I should be back by evening. Oh no! It should be back by evening. Was that while they're trying to fix the elevator that they did that? Okay, so what were you saying looks like a man? Lying on his back. The interior looks like a man falling. Oh, the are you talking about the cutaway on the back? Where is that? Oh. Oh. It does. He's got one leg's going off in a very, like, those painful direction, but it makes me think of a little of Mist. The falling, but you know, that isn't quite as painful of a situation there. It's routine maintenance, so they temporarily cut the electricity. Oh, okay, so that's good. It's not broken. But does that mean the power's out to the elevator? So does that mean you're just kind of stuck? Oh wait, no, never mind. The elevator was already down. Ignore what I'm saying. The stairs don't need electricity, except for lighting. I'm losing my mind. Hey Robin, how's it going? Oh my gosh, that waving Mew is adorable. And Kate's emote. Kate's the best. There's a man who just stepped on a banana. That would explain why his legs are going those directions. Poor guy. Okay, I think we're good here. We're working on a Ninjago set. I've got 2 to build tonight, depending how fast this goes, but I started with the larger one because the small one, I figured my build speed can be fairly variable. So hopefully we should at least be able to build this tonight. Speaking of pirates, so Captain Jackson and I were just talking about some of the, well, one of the topics that came up was pirate sets. Robin has a ridiculously awesome collection of pirate minifigs. Just an army. Well, multiple armies. It's sad what I think about when I see Anka now. Anka from Animal Crossing. I just realized I do this far too often. I just mirrored this when they didn't tell us to do that, which either saved me time or we're gonna find out, yep, it did. But every once in a while you find out it's not symmetrical. I don't think I ever asked Robin, was there a specific reason for that number? Like, did it have some specific meaning to you? And that's why you chose to stop there? Or go to there, either way. I'm just curious. Oh, okay. You wanted to collect 2,500, and then you just started in 1994. So now I'm curious why you went 8 over. Was it because you just got a lot of them? I mean, like a grouping that included more? Or did you hit it and then there was like, you saw 8 minifigures you really couldn't say no to? I really like the look of this for some reason. It's just happy. You don't know about the Anka video, don't bother, you don't want to see it. It was a video from TikTok. Oh, okay. I will avoid that then. Sounds like. Okay, so extra pieces, everything except for this, which, oh, that's right. So I have a bunch of the purple ones. So the previous season had, or sets of the previous season, basically, in some of the later stuff they kind of started doing like half seasons. So there will be two half seasons that are different story arcs. These ones connected. Trying to avoid spoilers, but the purple ones I got a ton of because I did at Rick's Cascade in 2021. No, that wasn't Rick's Cascade. That was Seattle BrickCon. Still last year. That was one of the sets they did a draft on, which is where everybody brings it gets the same set, everybody brings them, and then you just combine all the parts, and the people take turns choosing like I want all of this piece. And sometimes if there's a ton, then it splits up. So if there's just a ton of one piece, then it will be split into separate lots. But I picked up all of the purple ones of these because I wanted to do some sort of an Atlantis thing at some point, and I thought they would be kind of cool, like around some sort of underwater temple. How many pirates are there overall in all of LEGO? I don't know. You mean different minifigs? Like, it's probably less than 2,500. Robin has a lot of, like, duplicates of minifigs. Because there's not 2,500 unique pirate ones. Oh, man, is it impressive. But yeah, I have no idea how many individual ones there are. And hey, Mist, how are you? Okay. Where did I put the bags? Because we're on to bag 2. Oh, just by the way, Myth, there's a minifig redeem. Good night, Artsy Bible Nerd. Thank you for stopping by, hanging out. Hope you have a good night. Oh, that question was for Robin. That makes more sense. I don't know, thanks. I don't know, do you know, Robin, how many different ones they did? Rolf. Okay, so here's the challenge. I like how you wait just till I open a new bag. So these pieces are everywhere. Let's get that up. So the challenge is I gotta figure out which one Ralph is. This is either Rolf or no, I'm pretty sure that's. I get confused the two critics. Hey, Andrew. Sweet chef. It's possible if my purchase they become the most expensive pirate figure in the world. That is nope. That's just the stand. That's Miss Piggy. Gonna be the last one. Oh, thank you for the shout out. Okay. Don't know how many different pirate figures there are. I'm not even sure how to find out. I think this is Ralph. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how you would go about figuring out how many there are. We'll see. I'm only a YouTuber. It would be hard. You could go into like Bricklink or something and search for pirate, but you'd have to hope that every minifigure had pirate in the name of it. I think you can look up by themes, but you'd have to figure out all the pirate themes. Got 2 more of the Snow Trooper Battle Pack today. Nice. Um, let's see, what's the... Oh, yep, this is Ralph. I'm trying to figure out what the One Piece is. I forgot he had the statue. So, all right. We should have done a prediction on whether I would be right. But if anybody voted against me, I'd be very sad. Are you ready, Mist? But there's an archive website. Well, there's like Bricklink, you can find a list of basically all minifigs as long as they have them listed. I think every once in a while something slips through the cracks. But you'd have to figure out, you probably would just have to go through, I think you can find them all by theme, and you just have to make sure you got all the different pirate themes. The bag looks like a bag of candy. Don't eat it. This is not eaten. It is most likely edible because everything is edible, my dear children. And here we go. Let's see. Oh, got some good news too. Nice. Oh, my Republic fighter tank is now in warehouse. Awesome. You definitely can use some good news. I'm glad. This is the right title for the YouTube video of mine. My huge Lego Pirates figure collection last update 2022 hungry. Yeah, if you look that up on YouTube, you can see Robin's collection posted, and it's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna turn this down a notch because it's there. Look at him. He's all Ralphie. I need him to have a tiny piano. That's the only thing. There's his sheet music, and then he comes with another pro streamer. Okay, I'm back. You miss me? Doing okay. My brain felt cloudy most of the day, but a nap helped. I'm glad the nap helped. That was a late nap. I hope you can sleep tonight. Okay, now we've got his little bust. And it's got two faces. It's got that one. And that one. That's amusing. I didn't expect them to do two faces on that. But so when I was feeling like I knew this was, I was 9% sure it was Rolf. I felt the music page, and I already found one with there's two pieces that use, or two of the minifigs that use the same piece, but the other one I already figured out that it wasn't. But then I was feeling this piece, and I'm like, what on Rolf would this be like? And then, yeah, I just forgot he had this accessory. So now I need to build a little piano for him. Actually, I should look at what was the scale of scale of the piano Asgardian. I'm wondering, was it minifig scale or was it bigger than minifig scale? So, but yeah, he needs a piano. That's the only thing that's sad about this. Ralph without a piano is just right. I sold out again, so Lots probably back ordered it. Yeah. Do okay. I read that. I heard this YouTuber named Andrew's Brick Life is pretty cool. Toast watches his vids. Yes, Andrew is cool. Should check him out. You know who else is cool? Casey. Hey, Casey. Oh, that's weird. So if you put two emotes after a drop, it looks like it uses the second emote, not the first one. It looks like I'm gonna go hang out with Casey. I just landed right up. Decided for my surgery recovery, I'm gonna build the shoe and the guitar. Oh, the Adidas shoe and the guitar. Oh, very cool. How long until the surgery now? So, but yeah, did you appreciate it, Miss? Did you see Did you appreciate? Did you appreciate? Okay, I was thinking it was the 25th, but I don't always trust myself with dates. I'm very bad at dates sometimes. Did you see it? Did you see? Did you see? See. Sorry. I'm just a weirdo. Okay, now we've got Cole. Cole has legs, right? If you were Cole, where would your legs be? Oh, there they are. I just realized I'm putting this all on and I forgot to scuba. So for those of you that weren't here earlier, these new scuba pieces are really interesting because they're a soft rubber, but they connect in between the waist or in between the legs and torso as a belt, kind of similar to the Lego Batman movie belt, utility belt. And then this piece goes around the neck, and then you got the scuba breathing apparatus. And then they have these special ninja masks with goggles that connect on there. I think those are really cool. I love that the design isn't quite the same. It's not just different colors of the exact same outfit. Like even the feet are different. Cole somehow is special and gets prints on his toes, and then they have different knee pad type things, different buckles in different places. Their belts are the same, but and then this part of the buckle and then their ninja belt itself is similar. Actually, it's not even quite the same. The knot's slightly different. It's just very cool. It's nice to see the variety. And I covered up both of the backs of them, so you can't see the designs. Nice to meet you too. Thank you for the follow and thank you for hanging out. I hope to be seeing you around. I usually stream Saturdays around this time, but I've been trying to start earlier. That doesn't always happen so much. Okay, there's the back of the suit there. These are awesome. Minifigs. Oh, and then the scuba tank has a place for a sword through it, which seems like a terrible idea. The funny thing is, they didn't actually give them swords in the set. I had to grab one of my spare swords. Oh, their little guns are different. Sorry, Cole, I just sent you flying because I'm a jerk. Okay, why am I not seeing it here? There we go. So Jay had this little like harpoon end. Cole's is a lightsaber blade with a unicorn horn. So it's a drill. Hey, he is the Earth Elemental. So, oh, and then he needs flippers. And by flippers, I don't mean dolphins. He doesn't mean. I mean, actually, that would fit in this line. And there are Lego dolphins, and I have some, so. I remember we had some old Lego diving gear that is rigid and it's held between the minifig's head and torso. Yeah, I have those style ones too. This one's really interesting. I'm wondering exactly why the redesign. But obviously, if they wanted something that could hold a ninja sword, they had to design something new. So, because actually, they have redesigned the city ones over the years. I was gonna say that the diving gear hasn't changed much, but that's not true. Because they did get a little more elaborate with the helmets. Because the early diving ones, I think, were like the earliest ones were the regular, like old-fashioned, like space helmet and then the clip-on mask was like goggles with a little breathing tube thing. A few days ago, I counted how many different collections I have. I'm near 40, not just Lego. Oh, wow. Yes. Laser flip with the zombie dolphins. Oh, wow, that was terrible. That was terrible. Don't tell Shiggy I tried it and I failed so much. Now, this... I like this way too much. I don't know why I like it so much. Except the teal. The teal is one of my favorite colors. The water snake. One thing I do really like on the new Ninjago line is the orange snakes. Gotta have that variety of snakes. Okay, so they're using these dragon handle pieces, which have gotten quite a bit of use since they first introduced them. Adding these little, oh, these are the ones that came out. I believe they were first introduced, but they might have. Those sets, these all probably came out around the same time. Were these first? I was thinking these first came out in the Eternals, Marvel Eternals. The Eternals Lego sets have these in like a pearlescent color, and it's very cool. Like the Eternal sets have some really good parts. So there we go. Now I have to figure out which set those came in first. And so yeah, we've got our ninjas, our snake, and then our dog. He can doggy path. I'm sorry, don't fire me. All right, back to the ship. I'm trying to decide if that cat emote is rolling its eyes at me, D, because that does seem about right. You got to be careful with those eye rolls. Like, you're gonna dox yourself. If I ever was in New Zealand streaming, I would just be able to tell where you were. And just follow the sound of the eye rolls. So, for your own safety, you might want to work on. Not that I'm dangerous. I'm saying other people could find you from the eye roll sounds. It was a dumb joke, and then it sounded even scarier. I just realized I bought a bunch of cereal today. You know what I didn't buy? Milk. You know what I don't have room for in my fridge? Milk. Till I fix my actual refrigerator. I wonder if I can make some space and get a little thing of milk. Because cereal now sounds good. But... oh, well, I thought it was just a cute peeking up over something emote, but I'll pick another one then. No, it's adorable. I had just made a terrible joke, and so I figured you would probably rolling your eyes on me. At me. Oh, look at it! Look at it! It's got its little paws! The paws I couldn't see as well until I zoomed in on it. It's like... it's adorable. You know what I did today that was horrible? You know what horrible thing I did today? Thanks for the cereal emote. Oh, my internet went down for a sec. Oh, well, with the dorm internet was down due to maintenance. I use my phone to share Wi-Fi, but it automatically cuts down once it detects the phone is too hot. Oh, okay, too hot. Happens a lot when I play Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Yeah. Maybe you should get a little phone cooler. Like, that's... oops, sorry. That's what this thing is right here. I had to buy a phone cooler because the phone overheats when I'm using it as a camera. If you have ice cream, let it melt and use that, or use coffee cream. Oh, for the cereal! I thought you meant to cool down Laser Flip's phone. I'm like, that's a terrible suggestion. Going to move to my computer, BRB. Okay. Oh, you have lots of milk? doesn't help me. I'm just spilling the cereal all over stream, my bad. Yes, for the cereal. No, makes sense. That's what happens. That's what I get for having too many conversations going at once. That I too many topics that I have often been responsible for many. What was I starting to? I was gonna respond to something. Peeking emote. Oh, the terrible thing I did today. Nobody even cared. So everybody's like, yeah, we just expect you to do terrible things. Nobody was surprised. That's what I meant. Not nobody cared. Nobody was surprised. No, I was out shopping and I happened to go by a Petco and I had to stop in and look at the cats that were up for adoption. I didn't get a cat because my allergies, but they're adorables. They're adorable. They're full of adorable. And it just, oh. You did a terrible thing yesterday? Oh no, what did you do? That terrible thing was to, and I blame all of you. I do. Which is funny because I know people that like whose houses I've been to and they have cats and I like their cats, but somehow when everybody here is talking about their pets, I'm like, kitty cat. I don't even know if I'm a dog or a cat person. I like both, but I can't say I like them equally because how do I know for sure? Maybe it's a little more than one than the other. I don't know. There weren't that I saw, but they also they just had a few there and they had somebody like looking at the cats that was actually, you know, looking to adopt, and so I didn't get a good close look at the cats. I didn't want to get in the way. Like the worker there, the employee. Actually, I'm not sure if it's an employee because they have the cats they bring in are from one of the local shelters, and it might be somebody from the shelter and not somebody. I'm not sure if they're people from the shelter or employees of the store that are there with the cats. It was like looking over at me, and I'm like, no, I'm just here to browse. Would you also name it Shock so you and Mabel could confuse everyone together? So we've got Shark the Toast and we've got Sloth the Toast. Cat the Toast doesn't quite fit. What would we? What would be a name? Do I have to get a like a specific breed? Is there a breed that like sounds close? Mini Shock. D says I played with my housemate's young child 2 days ago, but had such a big day. I slept the entire day yesterday, and when I finally woke up in the evening, I found a letter from him posted outside my door. I'm waiting for you. Have a nice day with lots of hearts and stickers. Oh, poor kid. He waited the entire day for me to wake up and I had no idea. What? Best 18 hours of sleep I've ever had, though. Oh, he did. That's so sad. That's so sad. And but I hope you weren't feeling guilty about that because like that it doesn't sound like you had like a scheduled play date, but I just realized that I have not seen the sticker sheet. There we go. As often the case. Pro tip, if you can't find your sticker sheet in a Lego set, there's a good chance it's in the instruction book. The bigger sets, that usually the instruction book is wrapped to protect it. The sticker sheet's usually in there, and it's usually not inside the instruction book because, you know, it can't move around like that. With these, I'm not sure if they just move around the box and get stuck in the instruction book, or if they actually put them there on purpose to protect them. He didn't talk to me today, just ignore me. Oh, that is sad. Okay, so because I live in a really dusty place, that cup of my sticker water is full of dust. So I'm going to replace it. Well, if you explain what happened to me, he might understand. How old? Well, if you don't mind saying, like, how old is Young? Like, I feel so bad though. We don't do scheduled play days, but we live in the same house, and I always give him attention if I have energy. What I might do is, this sticker is easy to get back to, so nope. Are we gonna do more stickers immediately? Yeah, we are. I was gonna say I might finish this bag and then go get sticker water. That's hard. Like, I also would feel guilty, but it's not your fault. Did your housemate know you were that he was waiting for you? Or maybe they need to sit him down and explain that, you know, sometimes people have other things. Like sleeping, which was kind of an important thing for you to get that rest. But we can't always expect people to be available when it's convenient. Yeah, his mom wrote the note. His mom wrote the note. Oh. Poor kid might just not have enough people in his life. Oh. Especially with the events of the last few years. There's, for a lot of people, a lot less going out and socializing, even when all else is equal. Like, if that makes sense. I'm sorry. I had a little hair that was stuck to the screen, static electricity, and so I was brushing it away. That's the problem with a touchscreen. Pretty sure I was going with he just loves me so much and wants to spend time with me. Oh. And that's obviously a D. It's because you could spend time with anybody, but you're the most special. I'm pretty sure that you are aware that that is no infringement. Rhyme showed me his answer to has the proposed guardian ever been in an abusive violent relationship. His answer was, does being threatened by tickle tortures count? He may want the answers to be a little more serious. But look at that, look at it, look at it, look at it. It's shiny, bask in its shininess. Like the light reflecting off the shininess. You could get a tan unless you're me, and then you just turn red instantly. It just, you go pale, pale, pale burnt. Those are the only options. There's no in between setting. My toaster is broken. It goes from plain white bread to over toasted. Oh, he's only 3, can't understand much. Oh, and he's 3, I think. Yeah, that's what I was wondering when you say young child. Because there's quite a bit of difference between, like, that young and then, like, 5 or 6. Which still would, like, I'd still consider very young. But they have a little more understanding of those things. I think he deleted it. Was he actually planning on sending that, or was he just messing with you? I thought he was 4 and I missed one of his birthdays, but I realized the other day maybe he is still only 3 but mature for his age. No, I beg to differ. If you explain things to children, I understand. He has a better comprehension and respect for my energy situation than most adults I meet. Well, I mean, that's more. I'm not saying that he's not smart, but that may be saying more about the adults than about him. But I definitely know what you're saying there. I mean, obviously he doesn't completely understand, because he did. He probably would have been talking to you today. Though also at that age, it's possible that he understood and just didn't like it. That's another thing. So, but either way. That reminds me of a high school English teacher of mine when she was abroad. I forget whether it's studying. Oh, I forgot whether it's studying or working. Someone said to her, "Wow, nice tan." She replied, "What? I was born this way." Yeah, that seems like an odd thing to say to somebody that you don't like know. Okay, this is another sticker we're gonna have to go back and do. Ooh, okay. Which, no, it is this one. Okay. Oh, why am I jumping ahead? There we go. And skipping a step. There we go. I like the colors on this. All right. Put these in here. And don't skip the orange piece. It's your natural skin tone, not tan. Yeah. I figured. That's why one of the reasons, like, it's just another reason not to say something like that to somebody you don't know. Like, how do you ever know if it's a tan or just natural if you haven't, you know, been around the person before that? It's very, very odd. I don't think he was ignoring me because he was upset. That's one of those adult things. I think he just lost his excitement because I wasn't there for a day. I don't know. I've definitely seen kids, you know, ignore. Well, now I'm remembering a sad story. Thanks. It's not your fault. When I was in Japan the last time, I've told bits and pieces of the story on stream, I think. So I can't remember what, who knows, but the last time I was there, I went to teach at a little Christian school, and it ended up not working out for various reasons. But when I decided not to stay, like the daughter of one of the other teachers, who was also a student there, but like, I knew her a lot better than some of the kids because, first of all, while I was there, I was in charge of the after school program, which she was always at because her mom was teaching. But then also just because her mom would sometimes be working on things, she'd be there later than even some of the other kids staying for the after school. So, but she definitely gave me, it's one of the saddest things about leaving was that she, like the last time I saw her, she was not happy with me and would not talk to me. Well, because, that's partly because I really wanted to stay, but like, there was reasons. I was having a lot of issues with my depression and some other things too. That and so I kept trying to like. I waited to the last possible moment to make the decision not to stay. So, and that still makes me sad. She was the sweetest girl. I think this is just a spare. Aw, thanks, Reach. Okay, I'm a BRB for a few. It's the middle of dummy time, and I started early a couple times, but stopped to come back and chat for a bit. Never let us distract you from dummy time. We really appreciate you being here, but I don't want to. Dummy's gonna just be mad at me. I don't want to be on Thummy's naughty list. Not like Thummy is Santa. That's weird. But I don't think you would. Oh yeah. I guess it's going to depend on how they're raised. In my experience, with young children in my own family and this family, they're treated and respected like people who are still learning things, and so we talk about new things instead of trying to treat them like incapable of understanding things because they're only children. Yeah, but I don't think that always. Of course, it very much depends on the kid. It doesn't necessarily affect how they react to things in that way. Like they're still learning the proper ways to react to some of those things. And I didn't even tell her I wasn't staying. She'd found out. Oh. What? Oh, these go. Okay, I'm looking at it totally wrong. Because her mom had told her. Which I'm kind of actually glad. I don't know how I would have brought myself to tell her. Okay, so is the rest of this extra pieces? No. I just missed the very last pieces of the last step we just did. That's true too. It's just always worked out for me, I guess. Okay. All right. Extra pieces. Wait. I thought I just put a new one. You know what? This doesn't match, but for now, we're just doing that. We'll fix it in post. Wait a minute. No, that's not the right. What I may grab. I may place that when I go downstairs to. Oh, that's interesting that this is a sphere. I guess it's thin enough. They're afraid something will happen to it. They only give you one of the dragon handles, so that way you can't just make them do. Really sad about the kiddo, though. I'm sorry that happened to you. I didn't mean to make him sad. I'm sorry. But thank you. All right. I am going to take a break, grab some sticker water. And I will be right back. I'm probably saying to drink. I don't actually have a beverage. I don't think anybody redeemed hydrate, which is good because I didn't have anything to hydrate with. But luckily I just remembered, so I will get some. And so sticker water is not what I will use to hydrate. I've just been blessed with a lot of understanding from kids in my life by the sounds of it. Aw. Lady Flip, I'm considering making another Minecraft skin. Hopefully it won't take too long if I do it. Do you know what character you're wanting to do? Like, do you have a specific, you specifically want to make a certain character, or you just have a desire to make a skin in general? I always wanted my skin to be wearing a TNT sweatshirt or sweater, but I never knew how to do that in Nova Skin, so I gave up. It's been so long since I've worked on Minecraft skins. It happened last night. I had a full bottle of water to use for hydrate redemptions, and after I woke up this morning, I realized I didn't even open the bottle. Fine, drink normal boring water then. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll put something in it that's not soap. That's another option. And remember, fundraiser's still going on. I spaced until the BRB screen, so that's why it's here. So remember, these are the every dollar donated gets you into the drawings for the stuffs, and then a $50 more donation should get you a t-shirt. I have to double check on those, unless it's anonymous, because then they don't have your info. So, but nice landing, Fate. So, thank you. Wait. Ta-da! Let me reset. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I will be right back. So I'm planning to keep working on the Mind Reaver series, someone related to the little troll last time. Yeah, so I was figuring it was either that or it was Rockoin. And I wasn't sure. I forgot I need to choose a new regular drop emote. All right, I will actually go instead of just sitting here at the BRB screen, not being here. All right, and then I'll do that hydrate for Breach when I have beverage. BRB. Now we're back because I've unmuted. Hydration. Probably need to, oh yeah. Use MS Paint and a very old Photoshop. Not used to Skin either. I'm curious how A-Sprite would work. Is it A-Sprite? The pixel editing software that has some interesting features that's very specifically for pixely stuffs. I might know how to do what? I don't know how to do anything. And I'm not rolling my eyes. How about rolling BB-8? Oh, sorry, can I replace the low score achievement with one for shortest held low score achievement? Wow. That was what? Maybe a minute in between? Like the timestamps are a minute apart, but of course it doesn't give seconds, so. We could possibly do. Let's go back and sticker it. Well, we don't have to go all the way back. Let's see. Was it really this far back? Okay. You know what? These are the same. That's okay. I can see where these go. Use this. Okay. I think that's nice and centered. Okay. There we go. Gotta get the lightning on there, it's on brand. I am going to do this. Oops. See if we do this. Okay, come on, sticker. Are you gonna be like that? Okay. Did I get that straight? So somehow it stuck too soon here. So, but the other side, I was able to swivel, so it's even. Oh, is this sticker? Sticker's doing weird. So I'll just do the other one even. There we go. And now we're gonna, right here, we're gonna add these. I'm assuming no step faces away, but once again, these are 1x2 tiles. If I put it on the wrong direction, the tile can just flip around. Like there's nothing locking it into a certain direction. It's when you put a sticker on a asymmetrical piece and you get it wrong that, you know, all hope is lost. See, that's the trick. That's the issue I was having, is that the side that is attached to the brick separator doesn't get the soapy water on there, which means it goes down a lot faster. So you make sure to not press on it, you press on the other side to slide it. Big brain. Let's see. I'm still live, right? Yeah. I haven't. Chat is working right, isn't it? Not that you guys have to say anything, it's just I didn't see anything since I came back, and so I was afraid that something broke. It seems to be okay. Hi, there we go. Hey, Stannis! Yeah, I'm not trying to call out lurkers or make people talk, but I just was starting to get a little nervous because nobody said anything since I came back. I wanted to make sure that like stream didn't go down, and I just didn't. Actually, that wouldn't be stream down. Stream down, I'd see everybody in chat being like, the stream is broken. It would have to be something where like my internet went out. I think I'd get an alert. Bit late, but welcome back. I also took a break when you took a break, only I got distracted shopping and didn't come back to chat. That is perfectly alright. I'm not... Nobody has a responsibility to say things. I was just getting paranoid for a second. There's definitely times where, like, chat just is quiet, and it's when I know people are here just because, like, there's a lull in the conversation and everything. It was only because I just come back that I was getting a little paranoid that something had gone wrong while I was gone. Technical. Fewer the higher. I took a break too. That makes sense that everybody, you know. Also, I'm usually gone longer than I was this time, I think. So I don't think anybody expects me back so fast. But it's good to see you, Stannis. It's good to see the words that you type. I hope you're doing well. Oh, please, sticker? Just shift a little. Ah, okay. This sticker is being tricksy. What I might do before it gets pushed down too much is try to use a bit of this adhesive. Tag on there. There we go. Sometimes as you're pushing it around, for those of you that are new here, this is oops, something I usually do is I use this water it's distilled water. You don't want any like minerals for the tap or anything, even anything from like a filter. And distilled water is not that expensive. So I use distilled water and then just a little, what I use is laundry detergent, but you just need, it needs to be a soap that doesn't have any dyes in it or any like perfumes or anything like that. You want to have something that has this little other stuff in it that could cause any issues. And it's just to make it so that the sticker doesn't stick immediately and you can reposition. Okay, off to eat baby carrots and PB. Hi, Mom! Oh, feels responsible to say things, so there. Plenty of us likes to talk in here. I want to go out shopping now. Online isn't enough. I want too many things. You did take a short break, actually. You come back just after my procrastination to get up ended, and I was walking out the room for a snack. Usually I can still get back first. Mom. Hi. So, I don't know what I can't remember what you've seen, if anything, but we've got a Ralph. Yeah. With that, I'm gonna turn this down because that's a little too bright on the white. It's washing it out. With this sheet music, actually, I didn't even look at this. Sonata number 8. Something second movement, Ludwig van Beethoven. Can't quite read that. Actually, I'm not sure that the name of it is in English. That could be part of it. Oops. I'm curious, is that an accurate notes? Probably is if they're gonna put that much detail in it. Come on, focus. And then there's the little Beethoven bust. It's so great. And then we've got a snake. Why did it have to be snakes? The water snake and the diver ninjas. I really love the minifigs in this set. Oh, and then more of these, like I have the purple ones, but these I didn't realize are kind of that pearlescent color. They're not just light blue. Actually, they have sparkles in them too. I'm seeing the sparkles now. I'm trying to remember if there were sparkles in the purple, and I'm just not remembering it. Okay, so now we're done with bag 2. This is what we built so far. Oh, and these scuba pieces are really interesting because it's one piece, but it's a soft rubber. So part goes around the neck and part goes around their waist for a belt, and it holds this in place. And they stick a sword through their oxygen tank because, you know, that's always safe. Okay. Bag trace. These are these new canopy pieces that I think are great. I'm curious how much they're going to use them outside of Ninjago. They are, because they're very specifically kind of fit the feel of this series. I was a little surprised they made a specific canopy for it, but they use them a bunch. Like, it's the same piece used on the mech here. I think they're nice. For some reason, in bag 3, it shows this, even though we got that in bag 2. So, we're gonna have another snake that looks like it's just identical to the other one. The only downside I'd say, like, I mean, having an army of snake people makes sense. Like, as a collection army, because there were a bunch of them in the show. But it's a little too bad. But this is also a smaller set, so they might in some of the higher end sets. But I was thinking if they just had a different, like the shoulder pad piece, if they somehow mixed it up, so had some variety there. But they might actually do that in other sets. But yeah, these two are identical, but they're really good figures. I just realized what this reminds me of a little. I don't know, Breach, what do you think? Doesn't this remind you a little of like a gold helmet or a Jaffa helmet? It's a little small though. Like, you couldn't actually fit a minifigure head in that space, but that's, I feel like if they made it a little bigger, you could just imagine it going. Sorry, Breach, you just said you had to take off again, and then I'm talking to you. So if you can hear me, I'm sorry, and you don't have to respond now. You said you were going, and then I'm a slow toast. A set guard? Yeah, it was to set the snake one. I really bad at remembering what the Egyptian mythology, which name went to which animal. They were all snakes, really? Well, good point. Good point. Wow. I didn't even... For those of you that aren't familiar with Stargate, the Jaffa were humans that had a gold symbiote that was the like snake-like creatures, which were the bad guys. They controlled them, mostly. The full on gold were like they completely controlled their host. Jaffa had some, yeah, but they were snakes. They look like, that was the point. I just explained the joke and I ruined it. I'm sorry. I take it all back. Explaining a joke usually doesn't make it funny. That did happen in college once, where one of my best friends had a shirt that was a nerdy joke, and one of our friends didn't get it, and he explained it, being like, well, it's not going to be funny when I explain it, but I explained it, and then she started cracking up. Like, she legitimately thought it was funny. Like, that's not the way it's supposed to work. It's a Jaffa guard not setish. Went from memory, but just Googled it. Oh, well, I was thinking, like, oh, yeah. Not, okay. Lazy Flip, that reminds me of high school years or so. Sometimes my dad talks to me when I was about to fall asleep. Oh, man. And that's like when my mom would, like, wake me up early in the morning, and by early I mean like normal time. I just was not a morning person, and then tell me something like right when I was waking up, and then later expect me to remember it and be like, did you tell me that? Yeah. Was I just waking up? Maybe. Because I would not remember those things. All right, so this is a little diving like drone, and it connects here, which is very cool. It's a fun mechanic there. Not mechanic, but gimmick. Now we're doing the big stickers, and this makes me sad. Well, it doesn't make me sad, but, well, it does. It does. It does, but these stickers, we've got these giant stickers, and man, I'm really hoping the sticker water comes to our rescue. I'm stirring it up, making sure the soap is, I forgot to stir it. Usually I stir it so that the soap is, you know, not just all in one spot. The nice things with these is like, it's pretty obvious where it goes shape-wise. But, man. Getting it uniform on there. Actually, that looks like it's pretty good right there. My dad woke me up at 2 a.m. and I got dressed and ready for work just to realize he looked at the clock wrong and thought it was 7. I've done that recently. Well, and I told you at the time, because I usually fall asleep with some sort of video playing on my TV. Like I connect YouTube to it and I play something relaxing, Sound of Brain or something. But it usually disconnects, and I'm not sure why. It like randomly disconnects. Years ago, sorry, I forgot that important info, but yeah. It usually disconnects partway in the night, but then when I wake up in the middle of the night, you know, I can look up at the clock that's on the TV. And one night, was it weekend, or was that, that might have been when I was out sick from work. So either way, I didn't have to work. But I woke up at one point, I looked at the clock and it said 4 or 5, and I'm like, man, I slept through the whole day. For some reason, my brain decided that the only logical thing was that it was evening. And it didn't say AM or PM or anything. And but it was weird because usually that stresses me out because I'm like, I wasted a day. But it probably was when I was really not feeling good. And I was just like, yeah, I needed that rest. And I was really not upset that I'd slept through the whole day. And then a little bit later, like, I think did I go back to sleep or just lay there for a little bit? And a little bit later, I'm like, wait a minute, is it AM or PM? And I realized it was AM. I had woken up really early. And then, yeah. I don't know. I was gonna say then I went back to sleep, and then I realized I'm not sure I actually did go back to sleep, but I have 8 more questions to answer, technically 10 because I skipped 2 questions that I don't know how to answer. Yeah. I'm sorry you're having to fill all that out. Forms stress me out. Now tell me that those stickers are perfect. I just can't face it if they're not. Lie to me. Tell me they're perfect. I think they actually lined up really nicely. So now we gotta make sure that this, okay. Because we're not connecting those together. There's two plain ones that connect here, and I had to make sure I did that right. And then we're gonna connect these. Here, 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 and here. And then this in piece holds the whole thing together. Just bright orange and like magenta pieces. And then those get hidden. There we go. Ooh. Okay. Just like this, I assume. That's an interesting build technique. Like, look at the shape here. So this looks like it's a really interesting intake. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. I like that. Oops. And then we're just gonna build this again. Really easy now that I don't have to figure out which sticker piece to use. There's only one left. I hope you get some good sleep, Mom. Oh, I want to stay, but I've been up for over 18 hours and I'm old. Oh, that's right. Yeah, they had to get up early for a thing, and then what? Multiple times today you tried to take naps and then just didn't work. I think I ruined the last one when I stopped by, but I think you were already, you know, not sleeping. Not able to sleep. So hopefully I didn't ruin everything. But we're getting close to finishing this car. Like, this is majority. This is cool. They did the same thing with the micro version of one of the Black Panther ships. Using these are actually Star-Lord's guns. I just love when they come up with new uses for parts, especially something as specific as that. And they're just a very cool greebling going on there. Okay. That's a really nice detail. I like that a lot. Oh, and we're supposed to flip it over and do it on the other side, but I'm not going to because I already did it. Okay. Now, we attach the cockpit there. Ooh. Look at that. And for the last part, we're just making wheels. But then I had given up. Oh, that's good. Oh, I hope you get some good sleep, Mom. I don't think I will even be able to stay up that long. Well, why would you be staying up that long? These are really interesting wheels. I don't know if these have been... if these are new. I've never seen these before. That doesn't mean that they're new. But this inner part is a hard plastic, but this outer is a rubber. I think it's dual molded. Like, it doesn't seem to come apart at all. Okay. Are you still here, Mom? I know you're heading out, but I'm about to put the last pieces on here. So if you wanted to see it done, we are at the very, very end. I just have to put on the wheels and a couple other pieces. Also, just don't tell Dad, but I found out from Mist she hasn't seen any James Bond movies. He would be very sad. Oh, nope, I already got those on there. Now all we got is these gold pieces that connect here and here. Just throwing me out under the bus, are you? I am indeed. I just wanted to make sure that she knows, and you know, maybe you should break it to Dad like slowly before he somehow finds out. These are really interesting pieces. Oops. All right. Now the only thing, okay, all these extra yellow ones here are because these are ammo for the little stud launchers. All right. So, all right. First, we need to put J in here. It looks like there's only room for one in here. The sword doesn't come with it. I just had to try that. It does look like you gotta take the flippers off to get them in there. The instructions tell us no. Where sometimes they give you places to store. I am popping these things off accidentally. Oh, it's does he go like this? Let me see. I think he does. Let's see. Does it show? No, he sits back. He sits like this. Okay. Oh. Okay. I guess it just doesn't quite close all the way. Oh no, he fits. That closes. Okay, cool. Technically there's enough space under there. You could probably fit the flippers. I'm a little sad they don't give us any storage space for his stuff. Unless I'm missing it. Every once in a while we found. Oh, I wonder with this. Like, they don't actually do anything with this piece here. But we could be clever. Be a clever toast. Connect the flippers under here. Now is that going to... Never mind, that's going to keep the wheels from touching. So, we're just going to put that aside for now. So, here we've got the car, which, you know, leaps. I just knocked Captain Jack Sparrow off of it. But now it dives into the water. This is where these transform. So these are propulsion for it. These, I guess, to control the vertical. And then this little drone can come off, which is even cooler looking now that it has those little wings, which wouldn't be wings because, you know, it's for the water. The only thing I would complain about is you can sort of put that there. There's no storage for stuff, but there wasn't a lot of space. I do like this detailing here, the way they did that. I really like the way they did the lights here. I don't know, there's something about it that makes me happy. I really like the coloring of this thing. It's very cool. I likes it a lot. And good night, Mom, said Dr. No. And Cole just hangs out. He doesn't have a vehicle. He just hangs out with the snakes, I guess. Thank you, Mom. I hope you have a good sleep and have the bestest dreams. So, I kind of am a sucker for transforming things in general. Speaking of which, Optimus Prime is coming. I mean, the Lego set's coming out. I don't have one ordered. I would have one ordered, but it's not released yet. I'm still curious what this piece does. I wonder if this connects to anything else? Or if that... Oh, you know what that is? Ha! I just realized. That's just a way to hold it up when you flip. Well, no, because you flip these under. If you flip them up like this, then that would keep it up. I really don't know what that's for. There's nothing showing them going up ever. Oh, is it to... Nope, it's not to keep them from folding too far that way. There's just really nothing that explains what that piece is for. I mean, it's maybe it's just an aesthetic choice. I don't think it looks weird or anything. I have no problems with it being there. My brain just keeps telling me that there's a feature that I'm missing. Thank you all. My internet is being stupid again. I think it's trying to tell me to go to bed. Good night, Mom. Good night. Jay says good night. Waves. Oh, does Jay have his angry face? Jay has his angry face. We need to change it. Because he's not angry at Mom for going to bed. Good night. So. Alright, so it is midnight now. Been live for... Wait. 2 hours and 14 minutes? Did I start that late? I knew I started after 9, but was it close to 9:40? It must have been like 9:45-ish, 9:40. Well, good job, me. If people are gonna stick around for a little bit, I can still build this one. That shouldn't be too super late. So I might go ahead if anyone is interested. And okay, you can't put it quite that far. If you put it all the way as far as it closes, the wheels... Oh no, I guess it doesn't matter, because the wheels don't have to spin, just the propellers have to spin. Feeling zombie-like. Bye. Good night, Ma. Go ahead, we'll get a third snake in our army of snakes. How many snakes are there if you get every single set? I'm super excited for this whole series of Ninjago sets. Because just, you know, underwater is my jam. But don't eat jam underwater, as a general rule. Well, also, I got smart, and I kept, when there was vertical instructions, it just took up so little space here, and it was weird. But then I realized if I put the instructions so they display 2 pages, then, you know, it's a little better. I am a big toast. Big toast friend. I keep forgetting to do this every once in a while. So if anyone occasionally wants to do a fundraising command, we still have that going on. I'll just be playing with dummies for the next 30 or so minutes. This set, depending on what goes on, if there's a lot of conversation or anything, it may take longer, but this is probably it'd take me about an hour to finish this set. It's not very big. I have to say that this one originally wasn't really my favorite in the line. I still know that's my favorite of these partly because they were all just really good this time around. They're just really good. But this one in person, I really like it. So I'm not sure that there is a bad one in the set. A bad set in the thing in the stuff. Where is your flipper, sir? There you go. Lloyd now has flippers. Oh, before we put that all away, take a look at his Green Ninja suit and then look at the back before I completely cover it. Is that a loose? Why does he have a wire loose or a hose or something? That shouldn't be loose. Maybe that's just connecting to the oxygen tank. There. There we go. I can stay around for a bit. The shops are all full of people right now, so I'm not going. Oh, that's right. You were gonna go do the shoppings. And now Lloyd gets a sword. So he might be the whole reason that they did this. Would go this way, right? I can stay around. Oh yeah. Do you love that emote? Which one? Was it the unbred one that my mom just used? Do you build underwater bases in Minecraft? Have you played the Rustic Waters mod pack? I have used very few mods. I really haven't done much with mods in general. And I have not built anything underwater really. Partly because water is a pain to deal with in Minecraft, usually. Well, I did build a moat around a castle and then fill it up with water, and there is actually a secret entrance under the water, which I didn't build. Somebody else figured out the redstone for that. It's a very cool contraption that the door opens. It's like a piston door, but it's one that opens and then pushes like some gates in place so that it like holds the water from. It's very complicated and fancy. That's the closest thing to an underwater base, I'd say, would be that. Peanut butter is waterproof? That's a good point. I prefer building under lava bases. Do you want to give water bases a try one day though? Under lava bases? That's a go big or go home type. It would be awesome to. Is there a way to with redstone? I don't think there's a. Could you make a door that? I guess you kind of would, except sometimes just the flow of lava is weird. I was just trying to think if you could make a way that it would extend something out under, like a lava fall that would create an opening where you could then go in and then it would close up again. Rustic Waters turns Minecraft into Subnautica. Ooh, interesting. Did you know that water is dry? Hey, Alex. How is it going? I'm not a fan of modded Minecraft either. I don't like having to relearn tons of stuff. Yeah, when way back in the day, back in my day, back when I played with some friends on a server that was on my local computer, which was great because I had probably the worst internet of the three of us, and for some reason I was the one that hosted it. I think just because I think it was like my computer could handle the hosting, the internet not so much. But we just added some. I liked having some basic mods, but they were things like there was a map mod that we installed that if you opened a web browser in like another window, of course would be another window. If you had like it worked best if you had like another screen. You could see a map of everywhere we discovered. It was very cool. Some stuff like that. I usually am not big into mods that like change the game on a very fundamental level, but I've definitely watched a bunch of YouTube videos of people playing some of those, and some of those are pretty crazy and were pretty fun. And part of the fun was the chaos of them like trying to figure out the packs. Figuring out like what things did. Maple! I smell a burnt toast. Achoo. How did I miss Maple? Hi, Sneeze Shock. Hey, chat. Maple, guess what? Today, guess what? I made the mistake that I was doing some shopping and I walked past the pet store that had they have pets from a local shelter, and I had to stop and look at the cats, and I blame you and other people here, other cat loving people. I didn't get a cat, but I was just like, I wish you didn't make me sneeze. It's so adorable and fluffy. You missed me because Mist isn't here. Mist is always here. She watches, she lies in wait. Do you mean the Dine map thing? Magoo has one for his server. It could be. It's been like 8 years since I used it, so I don't remember the name, but that does sound familiar. We also had a mod at one point that it was a waypoint one, which I thought was a cool way of having. So when you set up a waypoint, and they were named waypoints, which was cool, you could then teleport to those. I can't remember if, I don't know that we ever used the regular teleport command, but would teleport to the waypoints, so, which was very handy, especially if you have really bad sense of direction, you get lost a lot. But like, I don't know who would ever get lost. Wait. Oh, that was pro. I didn't pay attention to the fact that they said to rotate it, so I just put this on top here when you're supposed to rotate it this way and then put it on top. Blame preach. Takes the blame for cat talk. Oh, random non-related question. Are you allergic to turtles? I don't know that I've had, I don't know. I think my cousin had a turtle a long time ago, but I don't think I ever held it or anything. So I don't know if I'm allergic to turtles. Ultra Magma Base Builder. I can totally picture you getting a pet turtle. I have to get 4 of them and then name them just like randomly after famous, I don't know, like maybe famous artists like Leonardo da Vinci. I don't know who would be good ones. Michelangelo, Raphael, Donatello. They just are good, you know, good classical artists to name a pet after, just totally randomly. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I want a pet that you can snuggle. You can't snuggle a turtle very well. They're not very fluffy. It's probably that you open it in a browser at a map URL. Yeah, that sounds like it. Unless there's 2 very similar, but that the name actually sounds familiar too. So that's pretty sure that was it. What's the name of the waypoint thing? Once again, that was like 8 to 10 years ago last I used it. The only reason I know the dates of that is when I was looking at one point. It was actually when I was looking up Shock the Toast. Why was I looking for Shock the Toast? I think I was just curious at one point when I started streaming again, like if the name was used for anything anywhere. I don't know why it would be. I'm trying to remember why I was looking it up. But I It might have been when I was like trying to go to my Twitch and I accidentally searched Shock the Toast instead of entering twitch.tv/Shock the Toast. But I found some skins for Minecraft I did, and I'm like, oh wow, how long ago was that? And it was like 8 years ago. Like it says in the post 8 years ago. I'm like, oh wow, that's been a long time. Because there was basically, actually I think that was right when I was playing Minecraft again. Oh, you know what it was? I was trying to find my old skins. I think I was actually looking for the skins because I couldn't find them, and I knew I had them on a computer somewhere. But I just did the same thing again I did last time. But that's the only reason I remember the 8 years. So I think it was 8 years between when I stopped playing Minecraft and then started again. So, I don't even know if I could look it up because that computer, I think that computer's long gone. That had that server. My hissing roaches trigger my skin allergy somehow, so now I handle them wearing gloves. Ooh. Wait, oh. Sorry, my chat is... Suddenly, I'm behind. I'm way behind. Famous artists like the person who drew Pokemon? Oh, I need all the waypoints. I keep finding cool places way away from other places. Well, I mean, turtles are paddable. Fish, maybe, but difficult to do so. It's probably that you open it. Okay. Yeah, you open it in a browser at a map URL. I read that already, but, you know, I can't remember what I read, obviously. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna put on the sticker, and then I'm gonna scroll back and try to read the stuff I missed. But I'm sitting here holding a sticker precariously, and I'm giving myself the nervouses. I'm just trying to see if they're about approximately spaced the same. Okay. Okay. Make sure you're getting a pet turtle. Okay. So now we're past. Famous artists like the person who drew Pokemon. This reminds me of something I'm slightly embarrassed about. Oh, juicy story. What's that? A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ref? Oh, no, never mind. You just sang the theme song. What's the name of the waypoint? Oh, you can snuggle turtles. Who says? Well, I mean, they're just... It's like you could curl up and snuggle a brick. It's just not going to be very pleasant. Turtles are probably a little more pleasant than a brick. I can only make 5 homes to TP to, and that's just not enough. And it would be nice if others could TP to my waypoints as well. I wonder if I could find that anywhere. OD is the details, the embarrassing story. When I moved to the area I live now, I noticed that there was a couple of streets named the same as some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I thought it was a cool coincidence until my dad pointed out that the other 7 streets named after other famous artists. A raid! I'm so far behind in chat. Let me try to catch up for the best. My instinct roaches, well, Leonardo DiCaprio actor painting a half shot. I was hoping others here might know the name of the mod. Okay. Turns out that the whole theme for the whole area. Okay. 2014, that's when I joined Twitch. Oh, 2014, when I played Minecraft. Welcome, Raiders! Sorry, I was catching up on my back chat that's behind. I was trying to read it before the raid flood. Dragonstar VR, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? And welcome in. Game Night 101 and Dragonstar and Zakitty. Is it Zakitty Zach OTA? And Spaceship 180 Streaming Beat Saber. Nice. Are you exhausted? Welcome, Raiders. He's catching up on chat. Yeah, I think I missed some forever. And thanks for the shout out, Mist. How are you? Wait, this is a Ninjago Lego set? It is. Yep, we built this and now we're moving on to this. This is from the latest, as far as I know, the latest season of Ninjago. I don't think they've released the season after it yet. The latest thing that's on Netflix. But this season is all kind of underwater, sort of like Atlantis-ish type thing. It's not Atlantis, but you know. So the first thing was a car that turns into a submarine. And then I keep popping these off. You gotta be really careful where you hold it. And I am not a careful toast.
Oh, you feel it. You feel it in your jellies, don't you?
So turns into a submarine, very James Bondish. And then it has a little drone that comes off here. Very cool. And then the ninjas have scuba ninja gear, as one does. And then these water snakes are the bad guys in this time around. Just got done streaming 6 hours of Beat Saber to raise money to bring internet to Bolivia. Okay, you must be exhausted. I was gonna say, if you stream Beat Saber, you're probably exhausted, but 6 hours, wow. That's awesome. Welcome in. Yeah, we're also raising money for Bolivia, obviously. The logo in the corner. If you came with Dragonstar, you know what that's all about. We did the big push last weekend. So how did that go? I hope that, I'm sure it went amazing. Dwagon, hi brother. Breach knows everyone. That actually looks awesome. I have a lot of the older sets. I got into Ninjago fairly recent. Well, no, I've been getting sets off and on for a while, but very specific. And then I kind of started watching the show, and I kind of now am a big fan of the show and have watched way too much of it. And by way too much, I just mean all of it. So that got me starting to get way more of the sets. But this series of them, even if I wasn't a fan, I probably would have gotten, because I'm a big fan of underwater themes and like Atlantis type stuff. It's Subnautica's prawn suit on the box. I just realized I didn't update because when we switched sets, because we finished the other one. 717950.
You feel it in your jellies, don't you?
There we go. Oops. That was that's me being a derp streamer. Update current. I have to actually type the command, not just the number. There we go. So let's see. I'm exhausted. Insert Spider-Man back meme here. My back. I love your hat too. Thanks. I just got this. Actually, it takes a bit of VIP points, so I don't know if they still have them. And if you haven't bought a bit of Lego recently, you wouldn't have them. But this was a free with VIP points, which you get for spending a lot of money. So it's technically not free. So I literally just got this in the last week, and I was so excited they did the classic space hat. It makes me so happy. The water gold. Do you have some of the 1980s space Lego? I have a little of the old space. I also have Benny's spaceship from the Lego movie. That was, Benny was the classic blue spaceman in the movie, and then his spaceship was actually based on one of the old sets. They did kind of like an updated take on that. Somewhere, I used to have it sitting over there, and I don't. I had one of the things I loved in Lego Movie 2, they came out with a little set that's just a few different spacemen and some little. The little builds felt very much like the old sets I had when I was a kid that were these very simple little ones. But then there was they added a pink spaceman, which was awesome, so I had to get a couple of those. Okay. We raised $215. Nice. Had some pretty fun times too. That's awesome. Mad respect for you all. Hope you've got a nice drink or something. Or mad respect to you. I don't know where I put you all. I just added randomly. Stargate Atlantis, Wraith versus Gold. Yeah, lots of water. You need that. This is a good place to come because we're building aquatic sets and you need a lot of water. So I will provide the underwater things and you provide the water. Free when you spend money. Yes, that's exactly how free works. Well, there's two types. There's the gift with purchase sets, which is like it's free with a purchase of this amount or more. This is VIP points, so it means you have to have accumulated points over a certain amount of time. The one downside of it is that you don't know when those VIP things are coming out. And you can also cash the VIP in for like discount on Lego, and I kind of stopped doing that because they keep coming out with things like this, and I want to make sure I have points when those things happen. And the really sad thing is there's no other way to get them without VIP points, so you could have spent $1 million on Lego in the last year, which I didn't, just for the record. But you wouldn't be able to get it if you'd used all your points. So if you'd spend $1 million on Lego, hopefully you are the kind of person that can afford to, get one on eBay from scalpers. Ridiculous. So it was a very bad example. Dragonstar can pick one. Oh, okay. I mean, that's not how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to enter a name there, but I'll let it slide this time, Maple. So, well, let me grab the list. So Dragonstar, I've got these blind pack minifigures from the Muppets. They just released these. I've got 6 of them at the moment, and we built Ralph. So you feel free to pick. There should be Kermit, Miss Piggy, Beaker. I spelled it Waldorf. It's Waldorf. Wow, good job, me. Statler and the Swedish Chef. And Waldorf and Statler are the movie critics. If you remember the Muppet Show, the old ones and the guys in the balcony. And so if you like to pick one of those, I will figure out which one it is and build it. Ever since I moved, I have to rebuild all my Lego. I have a lot to build. And a few years ago, I found a bin of all my old Lego from when I was a kid. And I didn't have instruction books for most of them anymore. I found some of the instruction books later in other places. But so I was basically going online and figuring out from what pieces I had, like what sets I did. Some things I just remembered. Some things I had to figure out. Like some of my Little Classic Space ones, I didn't remember exactly which of the Little Classic Space sets. I had to figure out like from unique pieces what they were. And so I spent quite a while going through and like rebuilding everything and figuring it out and replacing pieces that had gotten damaged. Somehow by somebody that wasn't me, of course. Oh, good job. Good job. Good job. I didn't know what that meant. Laser flip. Good that the power is back. I don't know why I said good job, because I don't think you brought it back, but if you did, good job. I almost checked off M for missed when I asked for gender. Maybe my brain is still tired. Your brain sounds a little tired, Nest. It's my first time redeeming this, so I have no idea what it is. Oh, good job, Maple. Isn't Beaker the skinny, tall, weird-looking guy? Yes. Beaker's one of my favorites. Moving back to my phone for a bit, then may go to bed soon. We should be fairly close to the end anyway, but you never have to stick around to the end. We only judge you slightly. Let's do that guy then. Okay. Speaking of judging, you can all judge me for the fact that I can't tell from right from left. Tell from right from left. Or that I can talk right from left. I'm just gonna blame that I'm still tired from my charity streams, even though they were literally last weekend. I just... But you know what? But before I forget, I need to give you... Oh, first of all, thank you for the follow, Spaceship 180 and Game Night 101. because I heard the alerts in my brain. I'm easily distracted. There's a reason there's an ADHD tag there. Like, it's actually diagnosed. I kind of speculated for a long time, but all that to say, I want to make sure I give you a follow before I forget. I've seen you in the Discord for the event, but I hadn't gone and followed ever. There we go. What? Thanks. I paused it and then started it again. Okay, cool. You were just hearing me twice. Choose the right one, no the other right. So, do you usually do Beat Saber or what? What's kind of... Tell me about yourself, Dragonstar. Welcome to my channel. I do some variety here and there, but I'm mostly a dancing dragon and Beat Saber. Answer the question if I read the about. I love meeting new people and building community. I would love to meet you, so stop by the stream and say hey. That reminds me, I need to update my about, because I think people have read my about and like, oh, that sounds silly and awkward. Usually most things I write do. So, before I forget, that is not Beaker. I just bought the smaller Hall of Armor for 30 bucks. It looks great with my other Hall of Armor. Nice. I noticed that they designed those to really complement each other. They use the same design through it. That's Piggy. Okay. Yes, Beat Saber is my thing. I've been playing Beat Saber for about 3 years now. One would say I've gone pretty insane at it. Probably helped you survive a 6-hour stream of that, for sure. And then you built up some endurance there. That is Kermit. And let's hope that I got out of the store with Beaker. Because I sit there and I figure out which is which, and I put them into... There it is. Great, awesome. I put them into a couple piles, and there was a time once where I, like, grabbed one from the wrong pile, and I got duplicates of something, because I identified it correctly, but then I derped later. Alright. So let's see if we're right. There we go. It's Beaker. Now, how does he... I used to be able to do an imitation of Beaker. Look at that. That's a nice minifig. Can't wait for the next Hall of Armor expansion. Oh, have they announced another one? Or we're just expecting that they're gonna do more? I haven't actually opened one of these yet, so let's do that. I'm glad they went back to these. For one series, they did these thinner paper ones, and they were awful. There we go. Announced and showed. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. Dragon is a digital samurai. Hey, Romans! Okay. I kind of figured that went that way. But I'm assuming this is like a Geiger counter or something. Whatever it's measuring is obviously at very dangerous levels. If you're not familiar with the Muppets, there were Beaker and Bunsen were the scientists, and usually something went very wrong, and usually it went very wrong to Beaker. So these are all the ones in the collection. So far, I have Ralph, Beaker. I also, in the ones we haven't opened, Kermit, Piggy, Waldorf and Statler, and the Swedish Chef. The other ones they didn't have at the only store I've seen them at. They didn't have those. Ooh, look at Beaker's shoes. Oh, they have printing on the toes and around the side. I'm gonna turn down this because there, it's getting overexposed right now. There we go. That's awesome. Oops, wrong way. Oops. How's it going, Rumi? Or I don't know, what do you call that when you live in the same orbiting the same planet? Uh, Romans and I have both been playing the Star Trek mobile game that Jade had the sponsorship for, and I moved my spaceship or my space station right next to him on the planet. I didn't realize it would stick you right next to each other either. That I just selected that planet, and I kind of thought it would spread out, but no, just right there. All right, have a good night, man. Keep being awesome. Oh, let me just change all my social media bios to that real quick. 1 sec. And that's Digital Samurai is a good one. I would be kind of surprised if Digital Samurai hasn't been taken by someone. Have a great night. Thank you again for the raid. Thank you for bringing over your community, and thank you for fundraising for the fundraiser as well. Okay, you want a random one, Mist. You did realize that wasn't an option, but actually, I'm gonna make you work. I'm just gonna make you give me a number from 1 through 5. That's what I'm gonna do. Good night, Dragonstar VR. Thank you for stopping in with your community. Yes. 4. Okay. That reminds me of the XKCD of I was talking about, like where they wrote a programming function to choose that was called random number, and it just returned the number 4. And it said this number was randomly chosen by a dice roll, guaranteed to be random, but it always returns 4. All right. So we've got where's the checklist I just had? This is not like me to lose things ever. Nope, I never do that on this stream. Does it label them? I don't know that it does. I always get Waldorf and Statler mixed up. So, but it's that one. Ooh, they gave us 2 teacups and saucers. For some reason, that teacup, it's hard to see, but there's a little black mark on it. I might have to see if that comes off, but we have a duplicate. I like how they just show him holding the teacup and saucer like this, because you know that's how it works. The saucer just sticks to the palm of your teacup. And this is his rating of the stream. So, yep, snooze fest. Also, or either that or he's just wishing that Dragonstar gets a good sleep tonight. We'll go with that. The stream isn't half bad. No, it's all bad. It's actually 3 ins if you turn it. True. The molds of these minifig heads are just awesome. I'm glad that for these they used molded heads, because obviously these would not work well as just printed. And they did the same for the Sesame Street set. Ooh, we can take our R2, and now R2 can be delivering a drink. Because I'm not bag 2. Total snooze fest. Thank you. But so I got the Lego Ideas Flintstones set they did, and I really liked it. My one complaint is that the Flintstones, they just did printed faces on regular minifig heads, and it just doesn't work with those heads so well. Like, I really, really wish we'd gotten molded heads like this. that really could have used it. This is interesting. I didn't realize that's what this shoulder piece was on this mech. This is a nose cone piece for like they've used it for. Was it just like they've used it for like planes and helicopters? I want to say. But yeah. I'm suddenly second guessing myself. I'm trying to think. Helicopters, do they really slope up that much underneath the set that I have? I definitely have pieces like this, but it's interesting seeing them using it as a shoulder piece. Very cool. All right, we're building our third snake of the night. We're becoming kind of experts at building aquatic evil ninja snakes. I almost stuck. I was trying to stick the head upside down. And I'm an expert here. All right, so we need dragon handle and a sigh. A sigh of relief. I wanted to make that joke, but I basically had a punchline and nothing leading up to it. That's it. Later, I'll have to come up with the joke. So this is one of those things where every single set you get one of these, even though like in the show there's only one and it's like this really important relic that they're just not gonna have everybody have one of. But it's important, so they have to put it in every set. It's like in the Lord of the Rings sets where like every set came with the one ring. Maybe not every set, but a bunch of them. But also, because it was such a small piece, you got a duplicate, so you never got the one ring, you got the two rings. It just seemed wrong. I've been failing at making jokes, so I am on pause. Speaking of pause, those cats were adorable. One day I'm gonna have to get a pet. Figure out allergy stuff. All right. We got these pieces, which come back from the last Ninjago series. That was the dungeons one. They used these a bit. I'm not sure that they were introduced specifically for that. Sometimes I think something like that, and I look it up, and that piece had been used for years. Oh, this is one of those times where streamer doesn't pay attention, and you were supposed to make 2 of these. Oops, I just realized I have those Muppets over there, but not Ralph. They're not together. So that's one pot. Oh, I do have if I know where my cursor is, there we are. Here's a pause emote. Lopar's pause. There we go. I miss Lopar's streams. He hasn't streamed in quite a while, but not that anyone who's streams at any point has to stream after that point. Like it's never a requirement. Things come up in life. Just really like his streams. Okay, so this connects. I left off a piece. Imagine that. It's not anything I'd ever done ever before. Wait, I left off a piece. I left off a piece in the last part, and then I put the extra pieces away. Well, guess what? It's not an extra piece. Not sure how. Professional streamer here. Professional Lego builder. Okay, So this now allows us to connect. It's around like this. And then we're gonna connect. I built this whole thing upside down. I'm starting to doubt everything. Starting to doubt I ever had skills. There we go. There we go. All right. And I just watched his. Look at you. Good job. So I was just going to. Oh, I didn't even give the snake his flippers, which not only let him swim, they also keep him from falling over. So we can have our little army of snakes. Yeah, it's very helpful when you have a bit like weapon in front of them. We're holding something like that to have a little counterbalance, a little physics going on. Let's turn this back up a little. All right. Okay. There we go. Really enjoying these new albums. All right. More clips. Clips. Did anybody see my clips? There's one. Hey, what? Hackermans. I'm not sure how you managed to pull that off. Didn't you do that the other day? Oh, no, who was it? Was it you? Was it D? Was it Breach? Who was it that, like last stream got a really high 90s? Was that the time when D was hacking and got the really high score and the really low score? Or was it you missed? Now I was trying to keep you from being so suspicious, but now it's obvious that you are hackers. Yeah, the one time D just got the super high score and the super low score. I think you might be right, Miss. That last stream, that might have been you just hacking. Okay, if you were a sticker sheet, where would you be? Here we go. Stuck it under another sticker sheet, because that's what pro streamers do. No, and I also didn't put these extra pieces from the last bag of the last set away. Okay. All right. So we've got 2 more stickers in here. Wow, that was Sliding away. It's hard to get the right balance of soap. Sometimes it's a little too much and just slides constantly, and sometimes it's not enough, and then you can't actually reposition things. Okay. That looks pretty well centered and straight. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna put on these. Look at that slick sliding sticker. Good luck reading. I just did. And I don't know how I got through that. Like, if I had read your second message, I would have... I'm not sure that I have the, I'm courageous enough to do that. The only reason I got through it the first time is because I didn't think about how hard it was going to be to say. And as soon as you mentioned that, like, if you'd mentioned that before I said it, I would have stumbled all over it. Well, thank you. Okay, there's a ratchet there, so the little wrist on this claw. I really like this mech. This is probably... This may be my favorite small mech, like of a mech at this scale. Usually mechs at this scale aren't as good. I'm trying to think of other mechs at this scale, because I guess this is a little larger than the little marble ones they've been doing, and a little larger than the Ninjago ones in the newest collection. I like that they didn't use one of the mech canopy pieces they've been using a bit lately. Which I understand why they use it like that. It's very advantageous in many ways, but I just really like the design of this. Oh, we're building a cool light thing. You can tell it's a cool light thing because I'm not very strong and I can lift it. Can't stop saying slick sliding sticker. It's the last one. That's the challenge. That tricky T. The tricky T. Oh, I'm like, there's no T, but that's because you accidentally wrote slicker, but I still read it sticker. And then my brain was like, there was no T in that. It's like it's as hard to write as to say. Slick sliding sticker. Yeah, slick sliding sticker. All right, now the last sticker goes on here. Okay. No, I meant slicker because I kept saying that instead of sticker. Oh, you're saying... I thought you meant you can keep repeating it because it was like... It was so hard to... Yeah, that makes sense. You were saying that you were missaying it, and that makes sense. I am but a slow toast with very few skills. One of those is sometimes assembling Legos, right? Lego sets, right? Ooh, I just committed a cardinal Lego blunder. And one of those is figuring out what blind pack figure is in a package. Another is saying a slick sliding sticker. And that's it. That's pretty much my skills. Oh, speaking of which, I need to slide the sticker down a little because when it was farther up, it was actually starting to go over that lip, or where that. And if the sticker sticks out like that, you know, you're just gonna have a place to get caught, get dust in there and everything. Okay. So it's interesting that they put this down. Is it supposed to be down like this and then the light activates and swings up? Kind of makes sense. I'm pretty sure I'll display it up like that. I'm sorry that I accused you of making a typo when you were making a very clear writing of your speako. I wonder if we can get that to catch on, the term speako. It's like a typo when you stumble over your words. For some reason, my brain wants speako to be like some sort of slang for a speakeasy. Yes, back in the Prohibition days, we used to go to the good old speako. Speako sounds like something Jar Jar would say. It does. Miso speako no good. Is that just okay? Yes, that is gripping well enough. Love me some typo humor. Humor. Okay, I see. This is a hand with a very, very small thumb, and this, oops, is the clip for holding a weapon. This is really interesting because the skinny arm thing, like, I would have thought it would have looked just kind of really weird, but it actually works in the aesthetics of this, I think. I just love nautical related things. One of my skills is assembling Legos right commits cardinal Lego blunder. Sure. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't. It was a speako. It was a speako. But that wasn't assembling issue. That was a speako issue. My mistake was saying Legos. You never say Legos plural. If I had a job at Lego, they would fire me. In fact, if I ever get hired at Lego, like they're just gonna hire me just so they can fire me again. That's the only reason. Like, wow, I wasn't sure you'd hire me having absolutely no qualifications. I mean, I figured once you saw me streaming on Twitch, you know I was really bad at putting the stuff together. Like, no, we knew that. We just wanted to fire you, and we couldn't do that, so we gave you a job. This is awesome. Oh, I see. Yeah, I had no idea what was going on. I have no Lego skills. It's all right. It's all right. I will teach you the ways. Look at that. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? I almost wish I picked up 2 of these because they actually had 2 of them in the show. Nia has 1 and Lloyd has 1. They're actually identical. I kind of thought that they would be different colors. They would do that whole thing, like how Jay's vehicle is blue, but no, they were both green. I'm sure one of the reasons they made it Lloyd's mech, they just did Lloyd's mech in the sets, is because they were identical and they were green. And you know, if you gave Nia a green vehicle, everybody would be like, "What? No, that's not right. Got to color code these things." And I left off some things, but we will just not speak of that. Oh, somehow when I realized I was supposed to make 2 of those, I went back and made the second one. I didn't put those on. Okay, there we go. That was it. I love this design. Okay, extra pieces. We got an extra sigh and that like the dark metallic gray. But let us take our Lloyd and put him in the mech. Now, can he go in the mech with his flippers on? No. Oh, but here they show, you can see in the picture right here. Actually, I can zoom. There we go. Those have storage. I'm gonna have to figure out if Jay's car has some storage for those. I just haven't figured out. Actually, and he doesn't. Yes, he can wear his scuba, right? Oh, they show him in there with the sword. You don't even have to take the sword out. It's only the flippers that get in the way. And they are putting the light out like that. There we go. There he is in his mech. He's kind of awkward in there. See, he's leaning forward like that. And he's not actually connected except for this just holding him in place. But the sword does move around a bit. It helps if you use the fingers closed. That kind of holds it. Look at this thing. Look at it. It's so simple. Yeah, I am tempted to pick up another one, especially when I got it marked down a little bit. That's just a very cool design. I like it. Very simple. The back's not as exciting. Like, could use some like greebling or something in here, but that's very, very minor. The back of the legs are obviously not as interesting as the front. This definitely looks a lot better displayed this way. They gave it quite a bit of articulation. I don't think these... I don't think they meant for it to bend here, really. It's just, this is the way they wanted to use that piece. So, that's a weird wrist thing. So it doesn't really have bending elbows. The wrist does rotate though. And then these, this claw here. These shoulder pieces can move around a bit. These hip pieces, you got ball joints at the ankle and hip here. And somehow I broke off his toes. Poor guy. Let's see. I like it when you can get sort of a dynamic pose. And they showed it holding the one snake guy. I think I'm just gonna grab one of these other. Because it seems like this guy's maybe higher level. And this guy might be, you know, the stooge that's not quite smart enough to get out of the way of the claw. The claw chooses who stays and who will stay and who will go. I accidentally did a J instead of an H and caught it, but then decided to leave it in because of the pun and because J is pronounced like H in Spanish. I was thinking of that, the JH. I figured it was entirely on purpose. One of my skills is simply, oh no, I read that. To your credit, you said sometimes I clicked the clip it so I could go back to double check. Oh, I see. I had no idea. Okay. Legos is I just heard you say you had a skill and immediately blunder. I thought you were gonna say I just heard you had a skill and I immediately doubted. Do you know what? I've started getting Lego ads on my phone now. I'm blaming you for that. But also, some of the Ninjago dragons are actually pretty cool. They are. They are. That. I almost built tonight. We'll have to build that before too long. The red fire dragon. Red fire. Yeah. That one's I want to see that one built. Scroll up for extra layers of my humor comment. Oh, that must have been before I got to that. I tend to like skip things, and then sometimes you'll notice it later, and then I'll read down and then see something I read again, and I'll just be like, oh, I missed all this. So I'll go back to read the things I missed and be like, wait, there was stuff in the middle I didn't miss. How did I? Hey, Wasabi. Excuse me, it's Laloyd. Yes, Laloyd. Loyd. I named you. Laloyd. Okay, I'm really digging that mech. So far, we built 2 of the Ninjago sets from this series. Wait, a minute ago I said that these pieces, well, a little in a minute, were from the last series, which was the dungeon ones. That wasn't the last one. The last one was the Islander ones, which I still have setting up there. Some of those, which were actually kind of two halves of the same season. So he missed my best material. He misses my best material. What did I miss? I'm sorry, Stannis. What did I miss? What? I failed. I failed. Shame on me. Shame. I really like how they use the same canopy piece, but it has a very different feel in each. Next to each other, it's more obvious, but and it's partly the different color scheme. But partly it's just, you know, one's vertical, one's horizontal. I'm explaining something that's probably very obvious. The Minecraft skin might be a little tougher than I think to get the feel right. I don't think I can finish it before your stream ends unless you go super long. Super wide toe. Actually, I think we're just finishing up, so you're probably not gonna be able to finish it before I end. We have built both the sets tonight, and it's 1 a.m. So definitely not going to start another one at this time. Though I am tempted to go back to here. Oh, see, this is another thing. This is another thing I need. From when you get all the sets. This thing. This manta ray with the cool patterns on it. That's so cool. I likes it. But here's the other sets. Here, I'm just gonna advertise. So we just built this one up in the upper right and the one in the upper left. Come on, it's, yeah, not. This is really pixely when we zoom in here, but the water dragon, and it's got like a little sub there. That's really doesn't look good. But then this water temple, I should have just pulled up Lego's website. It'd be better. The water temple looks awesome with this the giant snake there, and then the sub, the hydro bounty, which Destiny's bounty is the ship they've had in the series, and then it was the flying like pirate ship. Then they had the land bounty at one point, which was a vehicle that went on land. And then the hydro bounty is the submarine. But I love the look of the submarine. Oh, it also comes with this evil king character with the a chariot being pulled by that manta ray. And then it this thing, I don't know if it really shows. So this little sub in the corner, it goes inside, and I think there's 2 or 3 subs that go inside that middle section, and it's just I love it. But trying to see, I don't think they ever show us where to put the flippers. They don't actually show it with Lloyd inside it ever in any of the pictures in the instructions. Let's look at the picture on the cover of the instructions. That is obviously, did I say Lloyd? J. I don't know if I said it right or not. Oh, that's interesting. There they do show J laying way back down. Okay, this stream should have been done by now, but now I'm oh, I wonder if they redesigned it. If you take out this steering wheel, he could lay down like they show on the picture. cover. Oh, he couldn't even do it then. What kind of nonsense? What kind of nonsense is this? Shut the window on this nonsense. Yeah, he does not. He can't play like that. That's just... Unless I built this wrong and the steering wheel should be up further. But even then, like, the way his pack sits, he can't sit in an angle like they show. It would be just like that. I wonder if there was some redesign going on from what we see in the picture there. I read the Game of Thrones as a Song of Ice and Fire books. I'm disappointed with them. Did you read them all and then got disappointed, or was it like disappointing in the ending? Or was it like you got disappointed in the first book, but you were just determined to finish? Oh, don't forget to order the things. Oh yeah. Oh, one of the things I was going to order is the water dragon. That goes to this series. I need to get them before they disappear, but these for a while were completely sold out, hard to find anywhere. They started showing up in the stores, and then they started showing up in clearance and disappearing. And I'm a little paranoid that I'm going to miss them, so I need to get some of those. But let's see. Before we go... Oh, you know what? You could easily put these, like, here. So there's some easy spots to put the flippers out of the way. There. That doesn't look too bad. But you could also put them here. You could stick them this way and they'd hide more. Or up here. I'm curious what this looks like. Actually, I kind of like them there. It's hard to see them. But, I mean, that's not... Oh. So I can do that. Okay. Whoa! I tried to turn it down a notch and I turned off the power. But then the other part was where his weapon goes when he's in here. Like, could possibly stick it in his lap. This is a little harder because we need some sort of a clip. I don't have a clip. You could stick it here, but as you can see, that's too loose. That doesn't really hold. I'm determined to figure this out. The stream will never end. And maybe it just sits in there. It and falls out as soon as you pick it up and move it. I'm still curious what this is for. There's something I'm missing. It wouldn't be the first time that I found there was a feature to a LEGO set I'd missed. Some sort of a... something they didn't put in the instructions. Oh, you could put it there, but that doesn't let you fold the wheels flat, so... we're just going to... leave his gun in his lap, like that. Hello, Norm. How are you? Welcome in. Where's my cursor? That's on the other screen. You're going to bed? Well, we are just ending stream, so it's a good time. But thank you for the reminders. I was disappointed after the second book, but I wanted to see if it got better, but it got worse, in my opinion. No wonder why he doesn't want to finish the series. Has he still not finished it? I didn't know that. I didn't know that they finished the TV series before the book series was done. But I didn't know he didn't finish the book series yet. He won't finish it. It's gotta be really disappointing for those people who really did like the books to just not get an ending. I know people, I didn't watch the series. I know people just, well, like, obviously, usually there's always mixed opinions on things, but for the most part, it sounded like people didn't like the ending of the TV series. And I think some people were just really hoping that they'd get the real ending in the books. So like that's not happening. Okay. Let's he has plans for people to finish the series after he dies. Really? That's interesting. Thanks for stream shock. Listening to your stream in the background helped. Oh, that's good. That's awesome. Did you make more progress then? I hope you got quite a bit done. I was gonna ask if you finished it, but you know, there was a lot to do, and I don't want you to feel like there's something wrong if you didn't finish it. I'm just curious how far you. Before I do go to bed, I did tell you I was going to request prayers. You did. You did finish it. Oh, awesome. So yeah, for sure, miss. I'm gonna start scoping out a raid target while you type that up. If anybody else has any prayer requests, we will do those before raid. Hey Breach, good timing. We're getting ready to end, but we're doing prayer requests first. And I'm just looking at who we got going on. What? Let's see. I'm going to mute my desktop. But we're gonna lose music. I'm gonna mute so I can check out what's going on some streams. I see you you did post. I'm just trying to not lose what I was doing at the moment because I will. Okay. Let's see. Bunch of people streaming right now. Okay, I think I know who we're gonna raid. Oh, I thought I knew who we were gonna raid, but I may have just changed my mind because I see somebody doing a stream anniversary. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I have changed my mind. We're locked in. Because I saw somebody doing an event stream, and I do like Braden people doing that. So 2 year anniversary. I don't know if that's stream anniversary or I'm assuming that's stream anniversary. Okay. Let's see. For request for Megan Collins to be healed of her affliction. Okay. Breach, I just got Thummy in the bedroom with the door shut. I'll go back in after you end and do bedtime shuggles. All right. Did you have any prayer requests? I did see you posted that your relatives are hasn't gone well with the raccoon situation. Okay. One for Bailey's grandma Serena. She has an aneurysm and is still recovering. Yeah. Bailey's other family members that are having a hard time. There's a couple more people that are suffering with physical ailments. And 3, a lady that lives upstairs has been suffering. I'm worried that her cancer has come back. She had to go to the hospital the other day because she was in a lot of pain. One relative, yeah. Sorry. My relationship with my dad, for the Lord to heal my strained muscles, most of my body overdone this week. Oh, for the Lord to be my relative success, finally trapping the raccoons and getting someone reputable who won't charge an arm and a leg, and for the Lord to provide financially for my relative to fix up their house. And then D, I gotta go make my dinner drink, keeping audio on so I can pray with, but won't be back in chat again until you're gone. So I'm gonna say goodnight, everybody now. All right, good night, D. Did you have any prayer requests? Or are we gonna just pray for you anyway? All right. And I think I'm gonna start with some of the other prayer requests that aren't in chat, so I don't forget. So let's switch over to. Well, we're gonna leave it here. I always am conflicted whether I should go to face cam or not, but it's like I don't want the focus to be on me. I just want trying to remove the distraction of this, but like, yeah, my mental health hasn't been the greatest, and this list of questions has been very triggering. Yeah, so we'd definitely pray for you too. We're putting. So you said that's it for now, but you should be putting a 4 in front of that last message. We're praying for you, so deal with it. God, thank you for this time together tonight, and for just all the awesome people here. It's always sometimes it's difficult for me to get going because of anxiety and stuff. It wasn't the case tonight, but often it is, and but it's usually once I get going, it's great. The people just the friends here just such a great community. It's just usually makes me feel better. And I just hope that this can be a place where people can come and talk about things and just grow in fellowship and knowing you, Lord. I want to pray for Casey and Andrew and their medical things they're going through. That they've gone through a number of things that seem very similar and kind of eerily so. But just pray for both of them. I know that Andrew keeps getting more and more stuff going on. But we very specifically want to pray for his surgery on the 25th. It's coming up soon. And for Casey, it sounds like they're really most likely going to be doing that surgery. He still has to make the choice for sure, but he's probably going to be going through with that. And just prayers for both of them that you just bring them through that without a bunch of extra anxiety and stress over that. Because sometimes on top of it, it's hard enough when you're going through all these physical things, but have anxiety and stress over it on top of it. Just Lord, bring them peace so that they're not having to deal with that component, and just be with those doctors and give them wisdom and just bring healing, whether it's through the doctors or through something just miraculous with outside of the medical care. Lord, just let's pray for healing for both of them. And for Bailey's grandmother, so many people in her family right now, and Bailey hasn't been feeling good. We're hoping that, and this has been hoping that that's just allergies, and it really does sound like it, but she still thinks that she's not feeling well, especially hard with kids not feeling well. You wish you could just fix it magically. And just I pray for Bailey and Bailey's grandmother who had an aneurysm and is still recovering from that, and that's got to be scary for the family members affected by that. And for other family members that are having a hard time, including other with having health issues going on, physical stuff, as well as Miss Upstairs neighbor who's been really suffering and had cancer previously. Which pray that it's not the cancer coming back, and or that if it is, that you just bring healing there, Lord. And for Mist herself, I know she's been really struggling and had to fill out all the questions on the questionnaire. I thank you that she got it done. But it really brought up a lot of things from the past, and it's just been a very difficult time. I just pray that you give her good rest tonight. Just bring her comfort and peace, Lord. I pray for so many in her family and extended family and community that just been going through so much, Lord. I know you've got a plan there, and we often can't see it, Lord. I pray for breach in her relationship with her dad. You know, that's been strained quite a bit recently, and not just recently, but pray over those situations and that caused that, and especially that Breach's dad will be willing to consider seeing a counselor or therapist about so many things. And pray for Breach with just the strained muscles, everything she's going through physically, especially this week with all those muscle strains that because she's overdone it this week, Lord. Just pray for healing there. And for Breach's relative and that raccoon situation that's still going on, that they've tried to hire people and it hasn't gone well. And I just pray that they can find somebody who doesn't charge an excessive amount, but who will actually get the work done. Unlike people they've tried to hire so far or they've hired that tried to take care of the problem so far that have not had any success. I pray that you bring them somebody that charges just a reasonable amount and that will actually have success in that situation. And for the same relative fixing up their house, that you will just provide that. We know that financially it's a very difficult situation. They can't really afford to get it fixed up, and they've come to the realization that they should have sold a long time ago when other people were telling them to, but now it's kind of a tough situation with not really being able to sell without fixing things up and not really being able to fix things up. So just pray that you provide in that situation and some sort of in whatever way, but just something that really shows that it was you. And just thank you again for tonight. And I want to pray for my anxiety struggles because they've been really up and down, but it was really bad for a while there. It's been much better for the last week, and I thank you for that. Just pray for. I just continue to pray about that. Thank you for giving me these good times, Lord, and time with friends, not just on stream, but just in general, and the people you put in my life. That you put us. We know you put us in each other's lives for often purposes we can't even imagine. There's so much bigger plan, and sometimes we get glimpses of it. And as we get ready to raid, I just pray that the person we're about to raid, that's a blessing to them, and that they have a really good stream. It's a big anniversary stream for them, and I just pray it's just a really good time. And then we pray. Oh. Amen. Hey Thron, hey Pipsquick. Guess I chose a bad time to pop up. Nope. Well, it's a bad time just from the standpoint that we are ending stream. Is this some sort of conspiracy? Because I don't know if I can't remember if you guys both have, or if you both have your colors chosen. But Thrawn and Pipsquick, at least in my chat, you have the exact same color names. and you came in at the same time. Hmm. Hmm. Has anybody ever seen Thrawn and Pipsqueak in the same place at the same time? I mean, obviously in chat, but oh, Miss Questionnaire request reminded me I need prayer for the Lord to be my success in updating my helper needs for this redetermination this month. That the Lord will grant me my helper hours again this next 12 months. Redetermination. Oh, is that just a process of like just reevaluating basically? All right. Yeah. Waves hands, you see nothing. All right. So we're gonna pray for that really fast, and then we're gonna raid. But thank you for coming in. I always feel bad ending, but it is already 1:23 a.m. You have to state my needs every May. Okay. And it is May, as you may have realized. That wasn't even supposed to be a pun, but it was. And I forgot you and I are in the same time zone. But yeah, there's a bunch of questions. I hate forms. I'm saying I was mentioning the myth when we are talking about the form. I just hate forms in general. I just have, and actually, I wonder if that's a, because I've heard that can be connected to ADHD in general. That just hating forms, and so it's worse when it's the questions themselves are stressful or whatever. But just in general, hate forms. No worries. I was here for a while, just busy. Okay. Well, thank you for stopping in. How are you? How are you? Both of you. Oh, and I'm gonna show you what we built. Those that just come in. This is from the latest season in well, one of the most. I think it's the latest season in Ninjago. I don't think they've done one since that one yet. That takes place underwater mostly, and so we've got this car that turns into a submarine, which is pretty awesome. And I just popped off a piece. So, oh, it was just one of the flippers. I just had to figure out where to store Jay's flippers. And this little underwater drone sub that pops off, which is a fun little gimmick there. I like that if you leave it on, it looks really good. Like sometimes in the past I've seen things where they did something like that and it, it just looked kind of awkward, but this just works like you wouldn't know it comes off. And then Lloyd's Hydromac is very cool too. It's a very good mech for the size of it. So I just get emotional and nervous about describing my limitations. Nervous that they'll decide I'm not quite bad enough to still need help when I definitely am. Yeah, that's gotta really be nerve-wracking. Chilling, trying to find work and plan for school in fall, plus a convention in August and Wallop. Oh yeah, that's the one that Andrew was mentioning. And I keep forgetting. I have to figure out if I'm going to go to that. I work right now, 5.5 hours left. So is it how long is your shift today? Like how long have you been there so far? Lazy Flip, I suppose the Minecraft skin is almost ready for shading. Hard to make the ears stand out, which is a pretty important characteristic of the character's race. Are they like an elf or something along those lines? Big pointy ears. You can see that would be difficult in a Minecraft skin. I get 2 tables all but to myself. Oh, wow. Halfway through my 10-hour shift. Okay. Hey, Ro. That's weird note. All right. So like Khajiit or something could also be would have pointy ears. That's a good point. Didn't mean that as a pun. I keep meaning unintentional puns. I feel ashamed I'm not making them on purpose. I like that's cool, Thrawn. I like the lightsaber turning on and off. Okay, we're going to nice pips quick 0.94 grand edge. All right, we are going to pray really quick, and then we're gonna raid. We're gonna raid Will Wispy, who is having a 2-year stream anniversary or anniversary. I'm assuming it's streaming and is doing I'm trying to listen to it. I realize I have the tab muted. and doing karaoke, so it's a perfect time to raid. So I'm just gonna, before we raid, I'm gonna do. I cannot. I can't type. It turns out. Nope. Oh, I know what's going on. I need to adjust at the. Okay. So, not pointy elf ears. Okay. I'll have to wait and see. Probably gonna head out. Night toast. Have a good night, Thrawn. I'll have to see if I'm going to the Puyallup. I may see you there. I gotta go. I only had a sec to pop in. Have a good rest of your night. Have a good night, and I hope hope the rest of your shift goes well. Thank you both for stopping in. Okay, let's see. And scrolling back up to your prayer request. Okay. If anybody else has any, popped in for a moment to say congrats to Will. All right. Well, you can say it again. Unless you have to sleep before we go. Later's blue people. The amusing thing is if you look at Thrawn's emote, you know, that dude's got blue skin. Well, little secret, he doesn't actually have blue skin. But Thrawn from Star Wars does. I'm going to slip. I'm exhausted. All right. Have a good night, Mist. You already said congrats to Wispy, so we'll let it slide this time. Good night, Mist. I'm glad you got that all filled out. God, we also want to pray for Breach's questionnaire. Well, or for the form she has to fill out that the questionnaire, Miss Questionnaire reminded her about. That I hate filling out forms of any sort, and the more important it is, the more stressful it is. I just pray that you give her comfort from the stress and anxiety of that. And says that it's just really, really difficult that when to just afraid that they're not going to think that she like there's always that fear that they're going to decide that she doesn't need help when she still does. Just pray that you just give her the wisdom with the words to and the choices for filling out the form, but also that for whoever's processing the form and whoever is making decisions based on that data, just give them wisdom and guidance and just lead them to make the right choice and continue to give Breach the help she needs. And that they'll still they'll continue letting her have the helper. And I also pray that she just gets helpers that come at the times she needs them to, and that get along with her, because so often she's had helpers that just didn't show up or just didn't get along with her. Or I just pray that she gets the helpers that she needs and that they just get along really well. But just calm her stress and fears over the form. Just help her to just get that filled out, and then pray that you just take it from there and make sure it all gets done as needs to. Just thank you again for tonight. And we pray. Amen. I see. Our mods are always working. Thank you, Faith. All right. We are going to raid Wispy, who yet another person I met while playing Rocketwind. Well, while they were playing Rocketwind. Which is how I met Mist, except she wasn't playing Rocketwind when I met her. She was just also in a bunch of streams of people playing Rocketwind. All right. Wispy does have the mature audiences have his channel flagged for mature audiences. So just so you know, um, if anybody wants to dip out because of that, totally fine. I'm not. No hard feelings. There's some raid messages if you like them, and if you could uh, stop in and give him some love and wish, congratulate, congratulate. Words are hard. Restful night, everybody. See you next time. Good night, Faith. All right, let's go.